Brother, this is number one bullshit. Welcome back to another episode of League Lads, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. First and foremost, let's start off with wishing everyone a happy Easter. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I hope everyone stayed safe and spent some good time with their friends and their family, ate well and did everything they needed to do. Boys, I hope you enjoyed your Easter. I don't celebrate, so I'd like to pass on the beautiful message to you.
Yeah, I had a great Easter. It was obviously a bit of a weird one. It was also like the 1 year anniversary of my dad's passing, so it was thank you, bro. It was very very weird. Like, we didn't celebrate it like we usually do, but I think I definitely needed to be with my family around this time, and my family needed to be around me, so it was good. I'm wishing everybody a happy and blessed Easter. He's risen, lads.
Mate.
Happy Easter, mate.
Mate, Panthers won. It's a great Easter. That's all I can say.
That's all.
Forget all the religious stuff.
Mate,
Panthers
I also won my Easter egg
weekend.
hunt. So we do a family Easter egg hunt. It's a little tradition.
They let you win, bro. They felt bad. It's like you guys haven't been winning.
They seen the haircut and
was
they're like,
was it before or after the Panthers game? Did you win the Easter egg hunt?
Well, the Panthers game was on Saturday. Easter egg hunt was on Sunday. So.
Oh, there you go. So W's everywhere.
W's everywhere. Got a haircut because I kept copping it, saying my hair was too long and shit. And
yeah.
So
who's giving you these remarks?
I don't know.
I wonder. It might be someone in this room. It wasn't Joseph. It wasn't really me. I think it wasn't you, Flax.
I wasn't getting a haircut.
Listen, if anyone needs a haircut, it's me, brother. I'm growing my hair, so I'm
that
trying to be
is the
patient.
longest I've ever seen your hair.
You've never seen. I get a haircut every single week. You know what I mean? So I die now because I'm actually struggling. But it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do, bro. It's gotta grow. Boys, let's talk footy, man. First and foremost, we actually before we talk footy, it's still footy.
It's still footy.
We got invited to, we didn't want to say anything. We couldn't really say anything until the event was finished. We got invited to New South Wales State of Origin Blues jersey reveal. Now, Adidas invited Fred, and I've tagged along. Flaxxy got the invite. Hopefully next time we do these events, Joe can come with us so we can go as a big team. But for me, it was a weird moment, bro. Like, especially when we got to the door, Fred's like, Farid. He's telling him, they're like, oh, what's your name? He's like, Farid. They're like, He's like, Hectic Fred. They're like, yeah, get in.
They asked me for my creator handle. I'm like, Hectic Fred. And I was like, They didn't even look at the laptop or they just heard it and they knew their names.
You know what's so cute, bro? He's so humble. He's like, as if that worked. I'm like, bro, you're literally I don't think you understand. Hectic Fred, you're Hectic Fred, cuz you gotta embrace it, and it's probably harder because you don't really look at yourself like that. I get it because you're very humble, but bro, enjoy it, bro.
Nah, I was pretty mad.
I enjoyed it. I was like, yeah, I'm with him.
Bro, when I say this, and Suey will vouch, they're looking for my name in the sheet, couldn't find it, and I just said Hectic Fred. By the time I said Hectic, they're like, no way.
Oh yeah, you're in, get in.
Go in.
Yeah, you passing, you're with him. Don't worry, get in.
I knew I recognized you from somewhere.
They didn't even say anything to Suey. They just because he walked in with me, they just let him walk in. They didn't ask me his name or nothing, so I was pretty mad. But
that was mad, bro. We seen Laurie Daly, we seen Craig Wing, we seen Boyd Cordner. Who else did we see there?
The Sports Shed boys,
the Sports Shed boys. We seen the Sports Shed boys.
Angus, bro.
Angus, we seen
Angus
Rando.
was looking fire, so good in that jersey that he got a groin injury.
See, when I heard he got an injury, I was like, oh, did he have a collapsed lung? Because that jersey was so tight.
No, the NRL jerseys are always that tight.
But bro, just give him one size up.
It's just a presentation.
It's just a presentation.
That was as tight as the jersey in the charity match for me, bro. the bosses, they told me, the jerseys are really big actually, so go one size down. I go one size down, bro. I should have gone one size up. Cause that thing was skin tight,
it's
bro.
Good, but when you're in, you look
I look like a gun, bro.
You look like a zalame. You know what I mean?
Thank you, bro.
But it was very nice. It was a very nice event. We never got to speak to Laurie Daly and Craig Wing. It's always weird for me because when I see someone like that, I don't know how to react because it's iconic to get a photo with them. It's like a memory or just to even have a conversation. But I don't know. I like to make them feel like they're human. You know what I mean? So it was we didn't get to
because I buckle every time there's a player or a coach or someone related to the NRL in the vicinity of my area. I buckle hard, bro. I just feel like I'm bothering them if I ask for a photo or try to speak. Yeah,
because you don't know they're with their wives or their sisters or whoever they're with someone.
These boys weren't, but I was just a buck. I'm just a. Bro, I'm just a bitch, bro. I'm shy. No matter how much I grow, that shy little bloke is still gonna be there in the NRL community, right? I'm gonna be doing another thing on Wednesday. I can't really I don't even know what it is. I'm just invited, and there's obviously gonna be some players and stuff there. So I'm buckling because I'm I can't buckle if I'm working with them, right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
you're gonna be like,
I
that's gonna
think
be
if
a
I'm
big one
doing
too.
that, it's okay. But just out of the blue, like I just hate being the guy to go up to them. You know what
No,
I mean?
but it's nice when they know who you are.
That's
It
pretty
makes it easier. Like,
does,
oh, how
it
are
does.
you? You know, like they actually want to.
It's like
But
a
if you're a
mutual-
fan, it makes I don't know anyway.
If they know who I am, then it's mutual. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's way easier. Like than
100%.
going up to them like out of the blue. It's like cold calling, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it was a sick event, bro.
I love the Bells. Very good.
I was gonna say because like people like Laurie, they go to those events all the time. They know the people that go there. I feel like this is the first time they've done influencers.
Content, yeah,
or
I like
content
that, bro.
creators.
Well, that was
because
nice.
it was funny when they were up on stage saying, "Oh, we have influencers here." They like singled us out, and I was like,
No one's allowed to upload anything influencers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
man, influencer.
then, bro, you know what's funny? Like they're like, oh, we've got influencers here, so just letting everybody know not to post anything. Cause before the NDA was done, bro, the Daily Telegraph post some shit. I'm like, cuz
I think they just wanted to be the first to post.
did they like break the rules? I don't know, bro.
Nah,
but I
nah.
just cuz I was hearing rumors that someone posted something. It's literally none of us. Just like the big,
them.
it was them, bro.
Nah,
But
yeah, we were
shout
always
out to
very,
them for the invite, man. It was like the first like big event I was really invited to. So
Shout out Adidas, man. Get us
yeah,
some merch or something, man. Get us look
don't
after
worry,
us.
man. I
Man.
already did it with me. Maybe I'll get you something now.
No,
bro.
we need
But-
something for league lads, bro. You know what I mean?
Cause yeah, they're pretty mad, bro, and we appreciate the invite, and hopefully we can do more stuff like that together, bro. Next time with Joe.
Yeah, hopefully, bro. I would have loved to have Joe. They would have been, smiling, bro. Boys, let's speak about the first thing, right? Tigers. We just finished. It's Monday. What? Almost 7 p.m. on a Monday. We just finished watching the Tigers game. Everyone, I watched it by myself. I don't know if you watched it together, you and Flax, but bro, what a game! Like for me, did you get to watch the game?
Yeah,
properly?
like I watched it. Like I was like on and off the first half, but like I saw all the tries and stuff.
the second half was crazy, bro.
The second half was insane.
Yeah,
Like,
like
I was
that was
there, and I'm like, dude,
cinema, bro.
It was like, cause the boost that they got from having Mitch there, it was not just a boost that Mitch was there. It's like and you get these leadership. You obviously get Mitch, but the energy was different, dude. Like they smelt blood in the water outside of the second half, and they attacked, bro. And they got 3 tries the first 12 minutes. Tigers nearly bloody came back, bro. But
a lot of sim bins as
But
well.
then Mitch's class, bro. Mitch's class
That
just
kick,
got him
bro.
home.
That kick.
Bro, come on, man. Like, this guy hasn't played. There's
Since
no
Origin,
rust.
yeah, like it's been a
There's-
long time
Bro,
since he's
there's
played,
no
bro.
rust with this bloke, bro. He's no rust. Like, what a player.
I think they eased him in as well. I think that he could have played earlier, but they're like, just relax.
No. It was the opposite, bro. They rushed this bloke
they've
in.
rushed
Really?
They
Yeah.
rushed him back, bro. He wasn't meant to play till like round 9.
He wasn't
round
kicking
10.
as well today. Sean Russell was kicking.
No, he kicked the one
At
from
the
the
end.
sideline to make sure, like, cuz he's like, this is me.
Let me do this.
Shawnee, mate, don't worry. I got the kicking boots now, just for one kick.
We actually got to see the best out of Fox as well. Like I haven't seen in a para jersey.
He's got a hat trick today,
I don't know if he scored.
Was
He
it-
scored 2.
He scored two.
He
That's
scored 2,
Bro,
but he saved the
He
try.
saved one. That
with the
intercept. Oh, bro, that changed the whole game.
He did a bad mistake before, like when the Tigers scored. Who was it? Safe
Yeah.
half, yeah, scored that try.
He was looking at the white line and not the ball. but then he makes up for it 2 minutes later and saves it.
with
Bro,
like an intercept. Crazy.
that intercept was insane, dude, and he fell over. I think he could have gone all the way if he didn't fall over. But that was
He still got it, bro. He's still quick.
It was huge, cuz, because they go over and score if it doesn't intercept that ball 100%.
And they're winning the game then. They're
And
on
then
top.
then they would have had so much momentum, bro. So shout out to Josh. He was pretty big today.
And not only
Sean
that-
Russell was good.
Dylan Brown looked like
Youngie.
$1 million
Oh,
player.
that run was fucking mad.
Dylan
was
Brown
an
looked
insane
very
run.
good, bro. I think people need to understand that when we look at Nathan Cleary, right? Like we look at like Nathan Cleary, we're like, yeah, this guy can do it all, like on his own, no matter who's next to him. This year he doesn't have Luai, and it's always him. It's like, bro, the guy. It's not always about one player. And same thing goes with Dylan Brown. And this is why we said we don't know what the hell Newcastle's gonna do, because they need to put him with someone.
Yeah, like he's not a
He's
Batman.
he's
not a
great
halfback.
too.
He's not a
He's a
ba-
great too.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's not a Batman, bro. He's a Robin.
He's a Robin, and it's fine. It's
And
not
then look
a
at
problem.
it's a miracle. As soon as the guy's a Robin, he looks good.
Yeah, as soon as he's got Mitchell Moses next to him, taking that pressure off him, bro, he can just break lines and run through plays, and just everything becomes much more easier. He looked better in defense today as well. He was everywhere, bro. Like I enjoyed watching him play today. But yeah, people need to understand what Mitch Moses does for Para. Bro.
Right? Is there a team with 1 win anymore?
No, I think everyone's.
Cause
got it.
everyone's
Dolphins-
winning. Who the fuck's gonna get this spoon?
It's gonna be a tough
Well,
one.
I have no clue.
Because Warriors keep getting the. We'll speak about the Warriors.
I'd
They're
say
getting these crazy wins.
The Knights are currently looking like the worst team in the comp at the moment.
Yeah, but they get all their players back, and then they're going to be pretty good. And they sort out this halves problemo.
No, I reckon the Knights will be okay.
I think the Knights will come good, bro.
Poor Nielsen, another 20-kilometer run.
Oh my goodness, bro!
That's 2 weeks
He's
in a
gonna
row.
look bloody anorexic in a couple of weeks.
Did he
bro.
make his challenge with someone or what? What's
No,
that?
he just does it
He just does
because
it.
he's a legend.
I love them, bro. And every time the Newcastle lose, Walla, the first thing that comes up is that logo of the T, and I'm just like,
Oh man,
They
feel bad for him,
mentioned-
bro. It's like, if you know Dan, you know, like, you never want to wish anything negative upon him. You want this bloke to be happy.
And
Because
bro,
he's a legend, bro.
This bloke is still happy,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
he's running, like. But then again, he's celebrating like every night point, like there's no tomorrow. But
True fan.
we'll talk about the Tigers game, boys. Like, I think I did expect a bit more from the Tigers. I think they got
Same.
blitzed out of the second half gates, and they lost their way for a little bit. Obviously, there was 3 sin bins shortly after that. But 2 of them to Parramatta, but still, like, they were not happy. Like Taruva was starting trouble. Like
Yeah,
a lot of
they got outclassed, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
it was a close game, man. But there was a 15-minute period where they just got absolutely blown out of the water, and they didn't know how to cope with it for like a 10-minute. There was like 20, 25 minutes of that game. They just lost control of it. Then started to regain control back that back end of the game.
It was their last 15 minutes,
And
really.
then it was going to go down to either a classy moment from Jerome Luai to give him the lead, or it was going to come down to a classy moment from Mitchell Moses to extend that lead. And Mitchell Moses was the one that came up with that classy play, man. And that kick to the corner was just perfection, bro. And they ended up winning the game off of that. I didn't think Jerome played too bad today from what I saw. I think I got to watch it again. I really want to watch the game and watch him closely.
He played pretty good. He wasn't
But
that
he
bad.
got 2 tries. Obviously, bro, TikTok's going to go to war and try to like shit talk Jerome as much as they can. But I actually don't think he's been too bad this year. I think he's just going to keep getting better the more the reins and the keys are given to him, because it's like there's that transition period, new player, new club. You don't want to immediately come in, take over. Plus, they'd given the keys to
someone else. Yeah.
to someone else. Right now, he's got the keys. I think it's going to be a few more weeks before we see him kick it into gear.
Was that his first try assist today? Or did I hear the commentator like...
He had one early on this season, but this was like that first one he got in that game was like his second.
Yeah, he's got 3 now.
Second try assist of the year.
He's got
as
3.
a
Second or
$1.2
third,
million, whatever it is, as a $1.2 million like marquee signing. It really shows you, like, as soon as Galvin's not in the team, he's like, all right,
Yeah, he got
yalla.
2 tonight. Yeah,
You know what I mean? And he looks like he's happy about that as well, bro.
yeah,
Speaking
man.
of, I was going to say, do you think that made a big impact on this game today?
I
Yeah,
think
big
he-
time. I honestly think Tigers win with Lachlan there. No disrespect on
Para.
Adam Dwyer or Parramatta, but I just
Shout out
think,
to Dwyer as well, bro.
yeah,
He
man,
reached
he's
100 games,
100th
bro.
games, bro. I was very happy for him today, bro. I saw all these videos from the Tigers, like they're releasing a bunch of videos.
Especially being a Lebo, bro. Like, making it and playing actually 100 games
Cuz,
with
three-
all those injuries.
3 ACLs, man. Like, cause I'm on my second one, bro. I want to die. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
don't do
and
that.
he's done 3. Like, so.
He's
Nah,
been in this
obviously-
comp for so long too. Like you just don't. I
Yeah,
I
bro.
saw 100 games. I was like, only.
Yeah.
Only 100.
He's
been
been like
so
5
much
seasons,
time.
yeah?
Yeah.
It's been like 5, 6 seasons. He's been
think
with the Rabbits as
he's
well.
been
He
I
was
through
with
think
the
so
he
Rabbits.
much,
started
man.
like, bro. He started like 2018, yeah, something like that.
Do you think
He was a mad player.
I love him. Do you think he can develop as? I don't think he's a 7. I don't know. Maybe he could, but do you think he could be there long term, 6 or 7, like whatever position that they need to fill up?
I think he's gonna.
I think he's more of a 6 for me.
No, like I think under Wayne he played 7 and he was actually pretty good. I think there was a notable game like they beat Melbourne with him there, or nearly beat Melbourne from
Who, the
memory.
Rabbits or the
The
Tigers?
Rabbits when they were having him at 7. He's very versatile, man. And I think he can do a good job for you no matter what. It's just what you need to do with him is just stick him in one position
And play him just for
and leave him. And I think for as long as Galvin's not on the team, he's gonna be there.
Yeah, I don't know. Haram, bro. When I see him, like, he's lost that little bit of it. I think when you do your ACL, because you're scared, obviously, to do things. So hopefully today brightened his day up a bit. Even though they lost, but his 100 games, big milestone for him. Lockie Galvin, bro. Apparently he's telling his agent or whatever it is, because this saga's been going on for a week now.
The soap opera.
It's like
It just keeps
every
getting better and better.
day, something is new. Like every day there's something. Every day this journalist is saying this, and I loved watching it today. Anasta's having a go at Reedy, like he's telling Reedy, like, yeah, you're Isaac Moses, like basically you're his like little messenger. Or his
He
puppet.
is, bro. He is. That's what I was saying. Like, I had multiple.
It was pretty funny, bro.
You
Wallah.
can tell, like, it's so easy to watch NRL 360 and tell who's got the bias towards what on the subject,
100%.
right? Like, Anasta makes it obvious because he needs he believes that everybody should know that he's Munster and
his
Ilias is agent, right? And I respect that. But the other boys, a lot of it is in the shadows, bro. You know what I mean? No, the public doesn't really know who vouches for who, right?
They just hear an opinion and they're like, oh, okay, but they don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, exactly. So it's funny that Wraith called him out on it. Brett definitely he definitely backs up Isaac Moses, because I think they're running out of stories with it now. It's sort of died out for a bit, so any little thing is going to become a story because they know how invested everybody is in it.
But his agents went in and said that it's bullying. Like, do you think?
I think they sent a letter to the club.
Yeah, they feel like I think like a suing letter. I don't know what it is.
Just get out of here with this bullying stuff.
Yeah,
It's not bullying, bro.
I think for Lockie, like,
Do you think it's
for
trying
Galvin-
to get out of the contract early? They're
Yeah,
like
and that's
threatening all
that's
that?
exactly what he's
and
doing.
if I was him, I would do that too, because I'm not gonna. How do you go back into that team after Luai?
I don't think especially
He's
with what.
he's not going back to the team. I don't think he is.
What I'm saying is, let's say he wanted to put his head down and say, all right, let's say there's no agent rubbish, whatever. Let's just say like he said what he said. There's nothing wrong with what he said because he wants to play for another team in those couple of years, whatever. That's up to him, up to whatever they decide. Even though the offer stuff it wasn't really fair, but like for him to look at him and be like, oh, all right, I'm not gonna go back into that team, or let me try and go back and I'll play footy and I'll finish off. I'll give the Tigers that what they're paying me to give them. How are you gonna go back into that team, bro? Luai said team first. To River, I didn't even know what that post was. Do you know what that post was?
Here comes the money.
Money.
Here comes the
And it
money.
was a post of his locker.
I
Money,
just seen the
money,
post of the
money,
locker, I never
money,
Yeah,
heard
money,
it.
and that was
money,
the
money,
song.
money, dollar, dollar.
You know when
Bling,
Ching,
bling.
ching,
You know when you're
bling,
doing,
bling.
TikTok sounds and it won't stop. That's what it is.
That's
It's like
right.
when you're trying to find a story for you.
I actually did that. I actually did that with the meow meow meow, bro. I put a TikTok up and I didn't know that he just by default selected a sound.
I've
And
done that.
it was the fox. It was the fox. Dun, 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 dun. It's just me meow meowing South Sydney, and that's in the background. I didn't even know.
I've done that before when I was doing my pre-game videos, and then it would just be me like mouthing what I was saying, and then just the audio on top of it without any.
Nah,
That made me laugh for so long because Winston's like, everything you're saying is facts. And we can't hear shit, bro.
I was like, oh, he agrees with me, and I like rewatch my video. It's like I can't even hear
dickhead.
myself fucking speak.
Yeah, but I get you. But it's the
How does
Tariva
it
one. The Tariva one was a bit of a weird one because like he's not. I don't think he's leaving because of the money because he got offered big money, right? But the Jerome one, I completely agree with him.
I
Team
do as
first,
well.
Back your coach, bro. Lockie Galvin's not going to be part of the future, but you know who is? Benji Marshall and the rest of the boys, right? So focus on them, focus on the team, defend your coach because if he is there long term, you want to get in his favor, right?
Of course.
I'm the type that wants to be the coach's pet because, dude, they make the big decisions, right? But overall, it was a really good game. The Tigers game, I actually really enjoyed it. Very, very fun to watch. A good game for Easter Monday. I think the games between those two are always pretty fun to watch, and even the Spoon Bowl, bro. So it was, shout out to both teams giving us something on a public holiday.
I enjoyed
It was
bro.
definitely
It was
better
fun
than the
to watch.
first one they had this year.
Yeah,
first
no,
one
the
was just a
first
blowout.
one was all right. But
Tigers
No,
voted them out in the
the
second
first
half, bro.
30
Yeah.
minutes was like the most boring.
yeah, the
game
first
of
half
rugby
an hour, I
league.
wanted to stab myself.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Forget. I got it mixed up with another game. Listen, it was bad.
Thank you for being honest.
But shout out to the Tigers. He's made up for it, and the Parramatta Eels, of course. And enjoy your second win of the year.
They should, bro. And they got Mitchell Moses back now. I think that can help them just put some wins together and just see where they can go from there. And like it takes a lot of pressure off Jason Rolls as well. Wallah. Our boys Bulldogs. That's what we want to speak about here.
Come on, everybody wants to talk about the top of the table, undefeated, unmatched, bloody no points conceded the last 2 games.
5 halves apparently.
Mate, we've
five halves?
We've gone behind 2 times this year, all up.
That's crazy, bro.
So the boys are cooking.
Now Bulldogs beat the Rabbitohs 32-0, was it?
32-0.
32-0. First and foremost, let's speak about the attendance and the actual game, like the actual atmosphere and the ins and outs of the game. I got to the game early. I think a lot of people did because you either caught a train or you Ubered it and you might as well just get there early. I got there early, and even though there was 65,000 people, for me, it didn't feel like there wasn't that chaos. And I was very happy because usually it's loud, it's like chaotic, you can't really walk, 1, 2, 3. It wasn't like that bad, you know what I mean? So when they actually did the attendance, I was like, when they did the attendance and when we scored tries, I was like, yeah, there is fucking 65,000 here, which is unbelievable, bro. To have that for a normal home game, it's just a normal. I know it's a good
record
Friday.
breaker, lad.
It's a record breaker. It's the reason why, for me, a lot of teams will look at this and be like, oh, we wish we had that. Like a lot of players will look at that and be like, I'd love to play for the Dogs, bro. You know what I mean? What?
I didn't say anything. I just
because I posted something on my Instagram saying like, oh, because you guys beat the attendance by like a good margin, like a good 6,000,
like 6,000-7,000.
Yeah, like it wasn't like you just beat it; you beat it pretty well. And I posted it on my story because Fred messages me, "You'll never get that in your life, bitch."
That's not what I messaged you. I said that one game is more than your combined home attendance this season.
Bitch. Like, it was...
right, bitch.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I'm saying is for people need to understand, and we said this so long when we first started the podcast, and of course off air as well. When the Bulldogs aren't doing well, it's a competition, whatever, but it's not really that interesting. A lot of people saying bandwagons. Bro, people don't watch like sports. Some people don't just have sports at the top of their list in their life. You know what I mean? They have other things to do. So now that the team is doing well, I understand bandwagons. Whatever.
Where's the excuse for
there's gonna be bandwagons,
Yeah,
and I think that's why
Burns
the atmosphere wasn't as loud and
No,
crazy as you think.
because they're all Bulldogs. What I'm saying, it's not like they came from another team. They're all Bulldogs fans. But it could be like, I could tell you so many ladies, like people from my family are going to games now. And I'm like, what? It's just Bulldogs. But I know they're Bulldogs fans. But they're not going to go watch week in, week out Bulldogs Titans in Gold Coast. Come on, bro. You know what I mean?
They're not going to pay money to watch the Dogs.
Yeah, they're not going to pay money. They watch it on the TV. You know what I mean? So, like, it makes a lot of sense. But I was so, like, wallah, and Max King's, we're going to speak about Max King, but his interview after really made me, like, look at it and be like, okay, we're a proper team, bro. Because he's like, this is probably my favorite day. Yeah, he did score. But they can't believe this is a regular game, cuz. There's 65,000 people on a regular game. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, there's Good Friday and it's Rabbitohs, but honestly, I don't know. There was probably like 15,000 Rabbitohs fans.
No, bro.
More?
I think less.
Okay,
man.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest here, and my uncles who are South fans
Go on
also
top
said
of me,
the same
the
thing.
South fans.
Bro,
the $10
tickets.
tickets.
I was next to. Yeah, people think the whole game was $10 tickets. No, because it was the top of the bloody thing, bro. Like
it was the worst seats ever.
Like up in the bleachers, they were $10.
They had to open that because it sold out.
Yeah, the regular season, capacity sold out.
I sat there in the grand final, bro. It's one of the worst seats ever. You'd rather watch it at home.
I sat there in the grand final 3 times. It's not too bad, to be honest.
It.
But because I was next to the Souths members area, right? I'm with my uncles, all Souths fans. Bro, they were asking me what the split was going to be. And I'm thinking, bro, 65-35 South Sydney, bro. I'm telling you. Like, how many was there? 65,000?
65,000.
Because I'm telling you, there were under 10,000 South fans.
Yeah, I believe that.
It was blue everywhere. Even my uncles are like, bro, I can't. Where's the South fans? It's just blue and white. It is just blue and white, and it was amazing. It was an amazing showing, bro. Like, I think I don't know what the numbers are, but there's a genuine chance 60,000 of those were Dogs fans, and that was beautiful to see, bro. And there was a really good atmosphere, man. I was going crazy every time.
It was a very good atmosphere, bro. I enjoyed that game so much. I could not believe how good we played. But just one more thing on the fans before we move on to the actual game, bro. Shout out to the fans. I didn't hear any dramas other than the dry arrow incident, which we'll talk about. But everyone was well behaved. Everything was good. And of course, we never speak about when they're well behaved. We speak about when they're bad only.
Yeah.
So I'm here to give the Bulldogs fans credit. Wallah, good on yous. The drums were banging. People were so excited. People were so happy. Entry and exiting was smooth sailing. I didn't have no problems. And yeah, but just keep turning up, Bulldogs fans, because this is why they don't like us. This is literally the biggest reason why they dislike us. We haven't versed a good team yet. I can't wait till you verse the Broncos. I can't wait for what, bro? Nobody's playing better than us. And let's speak about some footy. Nobody's playing better than us. Yeah. And ask me, I'm a very humble fan, a real fan. It's the start of the season. Anything can happen, right? But we've already had Kikau get injured. Burden get injured. Anyone else?
Kiraz was injured.
Kiraz was injured from the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
we
Samuel Hughes too.
We lost a big name in Josh Adokar, who can win you a game. Yeah. Crichton has been stumbling and people are questioning his form, right? We don't have a forward pack. Sam Hughes is injured. And this is why I say this. A lot of people are telling me this, and this is not like, no one being disrespectful. You think they were saying like, It's just the start of the season. I agree. And I'm the type of guy that doesn't look at the ladder till the end of the season. Like the last 10 rounds, 8 rounds. But, bro, let's be real. I don't see anybody outworking us. I don't see anybody out, like, physically. Maybe some games where we got, the other pack got the better of us. But
No, just one game.
I think
Parramatta.
I think even like Newcastle a bit. I think Leo Thompson crumbled us.
No.
But like it's not. I'm not saying the
Yeah,
whole
no,
game.
no.
In an instance, like when I'm watching him, I'm like, oh shit, I'm worried. That's about it. Like we're coming up against all these teams. You have all these players and all these things. And Parramatta were the best team against us. I think against other than everyone, they played the best footy. I say that it's not just like a fluke what's happening. This is real. This is Cameron Ciraldo. This is Phil Gould. And I want to hear Phil Gould get his flowers, bro, because people are not talking about it enough.
Travis Toomer as well,
Travis
bro.
Toomer, bro. All these things. Bro, the boy, like, I was halfway, yeah? I was sitting halfway line. Ewan Aiken, Campbell Graham, both of them, I don't believe they were fit enough to play this game, but they probably got rushed back. Latrell Mitchell, 15 minutes in, bro. I think the Bulldogs got the ball, and Ewan Aiken still in our, like, gassed to the rim. They couldn't breathe. And I'm like, they're like, oh, match fitness. I'm like, bro, nobody's competing with us. Like, we are physically outworking everyone, fitness-wise, pace-wise, everything, brother. Everything is just unbelievable.
Don't forget line speed.
Line speed,
is
shout
the
out to
number one thing why we're good. But I'll tell you why they were gassed beyond belief in the first 20 minutes, cuz I'll be honest, bro. The referee was definitely giving us some calls that we probably shouldn't have gotten. And
I didn't watch on
Pro-
TV, but
probably,
yeah.
I was at the game too, bro. I was all the way at the other end of the field, but I'm like, cuz some of these calls just seem like whack. And there were a few that were bad, right? Like, but for the most part, you could have had no referees on the field and we would have belted them by 30. You could have had them get all of the calls that we got. They still probably don't score.
I think we underperformed, bro.
Well, I think we were. Because honestly, Matt
Burton,
no.
3 instances where it could have been a different decision.
Because, like, okay, yeah.
And he just got back. It's not no
bro,
shade.
he had one of his best. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That was one of his best games ever.
Because he ran a lot.
Because I've never seen Matt Burton. Like, I see it very rarely. Him looking for the ball, bro.
Yeah, he ran a lot.
He was everywhere, cuz. He ran like 200 meters nearly. And
someone told me
he wanted the ball. That was one of his best games I've seen, and he bombed 3 tries.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You know what I mean? Because the kick, but the thing is all right, if you're going to do crazy shit like kick the ball on first tackle when you make a line break, at least
Kick it properly.
At least do it when you're 14-0 up. All right.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that shit when it's 0-0. And I don't think if we were losing or if we were like in a close game, I don't think we would have done that. But bro, the vibes are good. 14-0 up. We're cruising. You know what I mean? And then, but again, he's making the line breaks. He's going looking for the ball. I was very, very happy with how he played. The finishing touches, like he was doing the $100 move, 50-cent finish.
Yeah, that's what got to me. But I know he's better than that, so it doesn't bother me.
Most times, 9 times out of 10, he's going to make the right decision there. Keep going looking for the ball, cuz. And I'm just very happy with the way we played. We suffocated them.
Oh, bro.
We trapped we, like, absolutely belted the fuck out of these cunts in the middle. Belted them. They could, and look, man, they got by most of these games that they won by the skin of their teeth. Their errors in those games. This was a reality check, bro. Because their errors were so bad, but they kept versing shit teams. All right, so that wouldn't punish them for their errors, because we not only punished them for their errors, we forced about 5 more than every other team would, with tough defense, with line speed, because they were struggling. If it wasn't for Latrell Mitchell kicking them out of trouble every time, he would have been 50.
Oh, we got in Latrell's head. I got in his head, bro.
You got it,
yeah. Like not me. but
he's acting like he
no,
I was there on the sidelines.
Listen. Next time I go to a Bulldogs game, I'm gonna get the boys that were sitting behind me, because they're all members, so we all see each other every week. I'm gonna get them to follow the page and actually like interact with us. But they started this chant, and Wallah, Latrell kept looking and just like a little smirk. And then after it, I don't know what he did. It was in the first 20 minutes of the game. Latrell's a wanker, you know what I mean? Latrell. And every time we get the ball, Trell. And he just turned around and he's like...
Guys, I'll tell you one thing.
I think I'm in his head. I think we're in his head.
Guys, I'll tell you one thing, and I think NRL fans have to understand this, bro. If your forwards don't go forward, your impact as a half is fucking nothing. Literally barely anything. We've seen... Like Nathan Cleary,
In
time
Origin.
and time again in Origin, his forward pack gets bashed. He can't do anything. But if your forward pack wins, he looks like a world beater. Your forward pack dictates everything. It lays the platform, and none of these Souths playmakers, none of these Souths backs could do anything because there was no go forward. And when they did go forward, it was guys like they just couldn't.
They couldn't do
They
anything.
couldn't do anything because they're gassed. They didn't. We made 1,000 more meters than these guys, bro. 1,000 more.
That's crazy.
Because when do you see that?
That's crazy, bro.
Like we.
I'm so happy
we,
with how
we
what we-
pumped them, dude. We pumped them in the middle. We pumped them out wide because they were so gassed they couldn't even make rudimentary like standard tackles, bro. Tass got beached by Karaz, bro.
Yeah.
There was nothing on in that play, and Karaz did enough to get that try assist because the first 5 tries were by forwards, bro. They were by forwards.
Multi-killers.
Bro, and the one forward I had didn't score, correct? You kick out, bro. But, dude, I was so happy to see them playing with this much toughness, even to the final buzzer, bro. Mamazelos double movement, and then that try, that I think it was Mawale or someone crashed over, and he was in dick suck range of literally millimeters of putting the ball down on the grass, but the Dogs player kept him up. It's a mentality thing.
Bro, it's different.
It was Hayward, the smallest bloke on the whole
Wallah,
field,
yeah, it
bro.
was Hayward, yeah.
Stopping Junior Totola.
Bro, wallah,
when the
wait.
game's over.
It's
It's
different.
like us in Origin 2021, bro. Up by 40, 50.
And it doesn't matter.
And Thor's making try savers, bro.
Yeah, it
You know
didn't
what I
matter,
mean?
yeah.
That's a mentality thing, and that's the Dogs. That just sums up the Dogs' mentality more than the Brimson incident, or Brimson try saver and everything, because we are belting the crap out of them. There's 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of whatever it is, and we're making try savers like that.
And the bin during that time.
And a man in the bin.
I was
cast.
telling
Can
everyone-
we just talk about how bullshit that bin was,
One
but
sec. I was telling everyone, give South Sydney the ball for another 20 minutes. Like, the last 7 minutes, when we got that bin, it was like 8 minutes left. I was like, cuz, Bulldogs, I just wanted to tell my team, go back on our 10-meter line and give them the ball. And like, 5-5 tackle they kick, give them the ball again. They were not going to score a try. Like, there was no chance. That's the mentality, and that's what the players gave me. That's the idea they gave me. That we're not going to concede today. Yeah, we've been a bit scrappy in attack, but we do got 32 points on the board, and we're just going to keep punishing them. But that was like, wallah, for me, my favorite thing about this team is because they're just their mindset. It's just ruthless. Because you get a kick, an early kick, everyone's chasing. We go up, we kick for Kiraz, everyone's there. Like, everyone's always there because
there's
it's not
no
like
laziness.
And it reminds me of Penrith, and I don't want to be like, oh, we copied you, but I remember when Cleary used to kick, Leota and Fisher Harris were always like, cause I used to look at it and be like, what the hell is happening? Cause how are these blokes over there already? And Cleary was there as well. Like the kickers chasing, and it just shows you, cause it doesn't matter how much you've won, it doesn't matter what you've done, like it doesn't matter what the score is. If you keep that mentality up, who's gonna come next to you? Because after that game, wallah, and we might lose to Brisbane this week. You never know what happens in footy. I just said, like, I'm not worried about anyone, wallah. Wallah, I'm not. I'm worried about Raiders more than I'm worried about any other team in the league.
If you put your team in grey jerseys this year and you told someone what team do you think it is over the past 4 years,
Penrith.
you'd think Penrith. And that's how I'm looking at the Dogs right now and I'm like, this is literally what we were.
And this is why everyone wanted Terrell, though, bro. And, like, at the start, I said, get me Shane Flanagan because of experience, whatever. But, bro, it's getting, like, months by months, I'm starting to eat my words. I've eaten my words a long time ago, really. I understand now. But what Gus and Saralda have done, cuz, wallah, it's so crazy to think they could get it done this quick.
I think the acquisition of Travis Tuma is more impactful, or as impactful as Gus and Saralda.
Yeah, because their first season, everyone was injured.
Because
Kickout was out for the year,
because listen, Kickout's one was bro. He was in Fiji for most of the off season. I think because his father passed away, and then he tried to do too much too soon to come back, right? And then he ended up hurting himself. The rest of the team was not up to the standards of what a top NRL team.
That's why a lot of them got shipped away, bro.
They got shipped away, and some of them got injured. Then that second year, flush out all of the khara, and get players in that want to work, that want to build a culture of winning.
Utilities.
Yeah, utilities. Like I told everybody, this is for competition, training, and hard work, culture fixing. Then that's what they did. All new culture.
You can sign anyone you want, wallah. But if
Wallah.
they're not following that standard, you're not going to get
It's
anywhere.
all about the players that do follow the standard, and we had plenty of spots in the roster. Two of those utilities are playing valuable roles in main positions in Tracy and Kurt Zalme. All right, so I'm just so proud of him.
You know,
man.
someone said that.
what my
Someone said at the game. Someone said Kurt Zalme, and I actually thought it was you, because I'm like, that's Fred's trademark, straight out. Like,
No,
I got dirty. Like someone said it like that.
People were saying that because they saw it on my video.
I know.
I literally.
But
if
I got defensive. I'm like, that's my like that's
It's
my
not-
boys.
I
That's
don't
my
know-
Pookie Bears.
Brother,
Yeah,
that's
I don't
my
know.
boys'
Why are
word,
you
you know
getting
what I mean?
defensive? I don't own
I'm
anything.
sticking up for you, cuz.
Why are you
I can't even be nice to this guy.
Bro, be quiet and smile.
Actually, you want to know?
Smile and
I actually
wave.
got happy because
Bro,
I thought you were sitting next to me,
Cause people think,
and then I was like,
nah, you wouldn't known I
It's
was
like-
sitting next to you three minutes into the game because I would have been yelling, "Get him on side ref" the whole time. Literally from the first second of the game. But bro, like, man, it's like the meow meow thing, bro. Like, I don't own the meow meow song,
Yeah,
even
I know.
though
That's
people
you.
tag
That's-
me
no,
in a
that's you,
million
that's you.
meow meow videos that aren't
but
mine.
nobody cares about it if you never mentioned it.
Yeah,
you
but
get me?
I don't, dude. I don't care if.
So
people,
nobody would have said Kurt Zalme
Yeah.
if Hectic Fred didn't mention it. That's why I got
I love
defensive,
it.
cuz. You know? I love it too.
I love
I want
Kurt
everyone to
Zalme,
say
bro.
everything.
Kurt
But
Zalme is the
did you get
greatest thing
permission
ever.
from the boy? You know, you go, okay, good, that's it. Khalas.
Yeah, every time you say that name, you have to say at Hectic Fred afterwards.
Yeah, even if you're in like conversation,
In
just
conversations.
write at and give the notes.
Hey,
Bro,
hey,
like, I think
Hey, meow, 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 meow. At Hectic Fred.
Hectic.
Yeah. I love it, bro.
Nah,
Alright?
it's cool, wallah.
Listen, but you know what my favorite thing about the way the boys played were? And it was the offloads, man. The offloads absolutely killed South Sydney more than anything. They could not wrap up the ball. Carraz had like 4, bro. Alright, Max had a couple, bro. Montoya.
We need to
Like,
give Max his own like
bro,
segment.
no, that's what the next part of the thing
Well,
is.
like, I'm telling you
I
this
am
from
gonna
now.
glaze. I started glazing from the game.
Say Jamie Soward, he hates the word glaze.
Yeah, guys. Listen, man, I'm in touch with the culture. I'm in touch with the young guys. bro,
Yes,
you know what I
Soward,
mean?
get on side, brother.
I'm on Soward, mate. Just because you're a jiddu now doesn't mean that glaze is a bad word. Listen, I find it funny, man. I like Krispy Kreme donuts, so I don't mind glazed at all.
I agree, brother, facts.
I started glazing from when I got home at bloody 11:30 at night. I immediately got to work. I never post past 11:30.
I immediately got to work.
Cuz I never post past like 10 o'clock, bro. I was at 11:30, bloody getting ready to prepare for the making fun of the people saying Souths versus refs, which was the first video. Then the second video, time to glaze the boys, especially Max King and Preston.
You know what's
And that's
crazy?
what I did, land.
You know what's crazy as well? This guy tells me, when you're posting, don't post past 8 or whatever.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't matter anymore.
And,
Listen,
and
I make-
I'm looking at my phone and it's like 11:30. I'm like,
Bro,
2
I
minutes
got
ago.
it.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Okay, listen, because I made my bones doing the right thing. If you want your videos to have the best traction, that's when you post. Me, I didn't care. I just wanted to release a video.
Yeah,
at
he's not there
11:30
for
at night.
like the progress. He's just there to let
Bro,
out the
I've
glaze.
made the progress. I can do what I want, bro. You know what I mean? I've got
It's true.
I've got a big following now. I can break the rules. All right. Plus, and shout out to all of you guys.
It's the first time I ever hear him speak from his chest.
Listen, I can do what I want, and I'll be all right, bro. And I just wanted to get the video out before the day was done, right? Because I know no one's got work the next day because it's all public holidays.
Everyone's
this
just
week.
having a good time.
You know what I mean? It was Saturday the next day, bro. I can post a bit late, all right? But general rule of thumb is from 3 to 8. All right? I'm trying to help you. Doesn't mean I have to follow my own advice. It's not me being a hypocrite. I post.
You done yours. You done your hard yards.
Do what
We
I
get
say,
it.
not
We get it,
what I
Fred.
do.
We get it, Fred. You're massive. Let's go.
All right, let's just get right into the Max King glaze. How about that,
Max
bro?
King glaze session has started.
He is the
one
king.
One sec. If you don't have your glazing tools, please exit the
I
premises.
only need
Come back
2
in.
tools,
This
bro.
is
What is a
I
glazing?
only need 2 tools,
What's a
No.
glazing tool? Can you
glazing
elaborate on
tools. You
that?
gotta wear your Max King jersey. You gotta you gotta get the hat. You
I
gotta.
don't need any of that shit, bro. 1, 2.
One sec. The Max King glaze has started. Now, if you're here and you doubted Max King, because apparently Blake Laurie's better. I needed to say this.
No, bro.
One sec.
Who
You
said-
remember?
Wait, did
Yes!
No, wait,
Yes!
no. Did Johnny actually say it?
Yes.
I thought you were talking about JC, bro.
No, bro, I don't know who JC is. I know Johnny, and he told me Blake Laurie is better. Now Jean-Claude Bittard, is that his
Yeah,
name?
that's JC, yeah.
Blake Laurie, what's he call him?
Blake Lowry.
Bro, he hates him, bro.
No,
Hey,
no.
shout out the Reds, brother. Up the LFC.
When we talk about the Dragons, all right, we gotta mention.
We gotta bring him on.
We got yeah, of course. But
have
we
to
got
bring him on.
man, I love, bro. You know he's the brother of the MVP, right?
Who's the? I don't know who the.
Bora, the Bora of the MVP of the charity match.
Bora.
That's his brother.
Oh yeah.
But
I seen them
cuz-
both there. Yeah.
No, cuz I know, like, When we get to the Dragons, then we'll talk about Blake
we'll
Lowry.
get to
All right,
it.
but this is the Max King
Max
section.
King glaze session begins.
Cause Max King, man, when he joined, I was happy. But
I tried to get him on, by the way, today.
But I know. Cause I never thought in a million years he would become this good. Like this level of progression year to year is something that you love to see, and compliments to Max King and the training staff, bro. And the coaching, they've really got this guy playing unbelievable football. And this was, I think, it might be by a country mile, but I'll say him and Payne, a couple of Payne Haas games, a couple of Terrell May games, the Pat Carrigan in round 1. This was, in my opinion, the best game from a prop this year.
Well, that's a big call, bro.
Because, dude, 240 meters, like 100 post-contact meters, and a try, bro. He didn't miss a tackle. This guy didn't do anything wrong, and he did everything right. Literally everything right. And cuz when I saw him crash onto that ball, bro, you know what? And he scored. My uncle said that guy wanted it more than anybody. They had no clue about his
And when
80
an oldie says that's real shit. That's a glaze in the old world,
Bro,
right?
these guys will never compliment a bloody Dogs player.
Yeah,
Never.
obviously.
He said that guy wanted it, and having no clue that he was on an 80-game try drought. Honestly, the perfect performance from Max King, and like that is, you know how keep barely give out any whatever the fuck, they barely give out any 10 out of 10 ratings for the football. I barely give 10 out of 10 ratings.
That was a 10 out of 10?
And that was a 10 out of 10 game from a pro,
Bro, my brother-in-law is the biggest Max King fan glazer ever. Like I can't explain to you. Every game I watch with him, which is every game, he's like, Max King, I want Max King to score today. I didn't care about weapons. I want Max King to score. I want Max King. And then today, that game when he scored, I was with my brother-in-law. He's sort of already standing. I'm like getting up, right? And like then I don't know how, cuz he ended up shoulder charging my jaw, and I'm like, instead of celebrating and capturing this guy's footage, I was just like on the way, like, go on, bro, injured.
Cause
I was so happy for Max King, wallah, because we spoke about this last year? We had like an episode where we glazed Max King a lot. I can't remember what game it was, because hardworking guy, devout Christian, very religious guy, very humble guy, did everything the right way. It just shows you that you don't have to be this bad boy rock star kind of thing to be a good footy player. And rugby league is a tough sport, bro. Look at this guy, humblest as they come. You look at him, you're like, oh, he's a nice guy. You get him on that footy field, bro, he's on dog time, bro. The guy's not normal.
Bro,
But
he doesn't talk shit.
He doesn't talk shit.
He doesn't do it
he's
in
no
the
Larry
bad
Bird.
way.
He's not like a shit talker.
No,
he's
he's
just straight. Let me
plays
run at you.
hard.
Let me get my meters. Let me play my minutes. See you later. He scored the try and he got subbed off, right? Like as soon as he scored the
Standing
try.
ovation.
He got
bro.
a standing ovation.
Yeah,
and I was like, brother, I wish I was sitting where the bench is, right? Next year I'm getting those membership seats. I don't care what anyone says. And I would have clapped my whole life.
Because I was behind the goalpost, I was standing up clapping.
We all did. I was on the
That's
opposite
the
side.
first thing I did, besides celebrate like a bloody cheerleader, because I was jumping around, bro. I've got a torn ACL. When Max King scored, I was jumping around because I was doing...
You got ACL, BCL, CCL, Lakers and
I
five.
was doing a bloody... Cause I was doing a bloody Irish jig, mate. That's how happy I was, bro. I was slapping my uncles on the back. I was just G'd up. And then the first thing I do is message Joseph. Cause he broke the...
You messaged the group chat.
I messaged the group chat because, dude, we've been talking about him breaking his drought for a while, dude. And
how good he breaks it on Easter, bro.
dude, he breaks it on bloody Good Friday. And listen, there's something... I like... Look, if you haven't realised already, there are a lot of devout Catholics on this team, bro. And I swear, it's like something that you can see a pattern, right? And I feel like this is something that they might even be looking for, how they are, because I know they look a lot of how they are off field. And
no, but when you're someone that respects your faith or follows your faith strongly, you prioritize that.
Yeah.
And when you prioritize that, you're not gonna be having sex scandals and drug incidents,
doing things that you shouldn't be doing,
and alcohol and like overdoing it on alcohol. You're not gonna be doing any of these things. So it's just like Seralda and Gus are looking at that and they're like, okay, that's the blueprint. That's like someone who's gonna be a good person.
Yeah, man.
Christian, Muslim,
not gonna give you trouble.
like whatever religion you are. If you follow it properly, bro, you're gonna have a good shot at everything in life. So I think I agree with that, bro. Because there's a lot of them that are surrounded with faith.
It's a smart thing, bro. You
and
want
Penrith for the
you
same.
want to cut through all the
Penrith
BS.
for the same, wallah.
You want to cut through all of the BS. That's just a bloody freeway, mate. No toll freeway to cutting through the BS and the off-field issues. Is you have somebody that respects themselves, respects their everybody around them, and respects what they're doing, and they're in touch with their faith. Whether it's, and look, I'm Catholic, right? But it doesn't matter if you have God in your heart and and you're faithful as a man, as a person,
I agree.
You're gonna be. There's a much lower chance of getting up to no good.
Of course.
All right, because there's more than there are bigger consequences, right? And I honestly feel like this is what the Dogs are looking at. I know for sure they look at off-field stuff and how you are as a character more than on-field stuff. 100%. This Dogs team.
What's the point of having
and that
you
is
if
one
you're
thing
going to have
that they
off-field
look at.
incidents?
I think I see a pattern, bro. It's like when you have a principal that only hires hot women teachers. What the fuck? Because it's like you can tell. Okay,
now we know what he's doing.
Yeah. You can see a pattern. I'm like, okay, mate, this principal, mate, he's not thinking with his head.
Can I say something? It feels good that we're in an era. It feels good that we're in an era where the good guy is winning.
Yeah.
The good guys never usually. It used to be like good guys are lost. The good guy is winning, and Max King is a great example of that. Kiraz. Yeah.
Right before kickoff, or when they all ran on the field, where I was in the camera, I could see directly where he was.
He was bowed on his knee. Yeah, I seen
He was
it.
on his knees praying before kickoff. He stood this side across right before kickoff. That was like.
You love that moment,
Love that
and I
moment.
spotted that as well, bro.
About Christian myself, I was like, he gets it.
He
Bro,
gets
my
it.
uncle saw, bro, and he was like, man, what a legend,
What a
bro.
legend.
I hope he plays Origin. Literally the first thing he said. Downstairs, bro. I hope he plays Origin. Gotta love it. Even Nathan does it. Every game when he walks out, runs out the sheds.
Because, bro, go look at all the successful. Go look, one sec. I'll give you one example. Conor McGregor, all right? Off topic, not rugby league. Plumber, right? Like, the guy was eating shit. And I know what a plumber is because I eat shit as well, right? You're eating shit. Finally gets to his dream in the UFC, right? Becomes a smack talker, becomes a showman. And everyone's loving it. Nobody's ever, he never crossed the line until Khabib, right? He never really got to that point where 1, 2, 3, right? He did make all his money. But then you seen what happened. As soon as he dissed Khabib, lost to him, got humbled, had the drug problems, rape cases, has all these things. Now everyone's looking at him like, you're not that guy. I used to love Conor McGregor, but I don't look at him as that guy as a role model.
Dude, no,
He's just not a role model because he's partying. He's not faithful to his wife and kids, and the money just got the better of him. So it's a great example in sports, bro. You see it so many times. Muhammad Ali is another example. The guy the guy didn't want to go fight the war. He came back and became a champion or whatever it is. There's so much different examples, cuz, where it just makes sense. It's just a common denominator, and it makes sense.
I think when you're doing things for more than yourself and you're doing them for a higher power, it just gives you a level of strength that you don't find many places. And a lot of people, you can disagree with a lot of people with a lot of things that we've just said, right?
100%.
And whether it's a thing that they look for, who knows? I just see a pattern and I think that's something that they're looking at. But those who truly know, if you're working for something that's more than just this world and for yourself, and you're doing it for a higher power, it just gives you a level of strength that you don't know unless you're in that situation, right? And because when I was watching Max King, I just saw something that was it was
a freak of nature.
He was in a free flow state.
Well, that's the word. That's the word.
Bro, he was just the opposite of being until he was in the zone because he's playing for something that is more than him, his family, his little kid, his teammates, himself. He's playing for something that is greater than everything on this world, bro.
And I agree, bro. And when you see that, bro, you just know.
That's the beauty.
And his celebration was crazy, bro.
Yeah. Bro,
it was
Serraldo.
like a dog, yeah.
Serraldo.
Listen, let's talk about Serraldo being so happy because, I think I've seen that guy smile 3 times.
When Jack Todd scored, that was one of them.
Yeah, 4.5 times, sorry. I've never seen him gin that much. He started going crazy. He was happy. He was cheering. It's been so long since we can look at players, our team, and look at our coach and see it's a two-way street. They're both happy. They're both together. They're both enjoying moments. For me, bro, it was so good. And I know this is, it's not off topic, but Adaka, because we were all far out, bro, far out. Then they had to go make a decision like that to be no, the club is bigger or whatever. And to see him progress to the next level of brotherhood, for me, it's unbelievable.
It was a very, very good decision for the team. You know what I mean? Adaka's the best. And this is what I see. I see them pass up extremely good players with question marks
because of these reasons.
Because of the culture and because of other things too. And we let go of a very good winger that, honestly, if you look at the players' skill set, Montoya and Blake, and Blake Wilson, he's better than both of them. But the brotherhood, I thought Josh was integral to building that brotherhood. You know what I mean?
That's what hurts us the most.
But yeah, and it hurt us, man. It really did. It still hurts seeing him in ugly Parramatta colours. But because what can you do I feel like team first is something that comes to mind when I look at the Dogs team. And what Josh Adokar did was not team first. And I think that's why they got rid of him for a player that on paper is worse. But look at us now. Look at the brotherhood now. And Good Friday is my favourite fixture of the year because a lot of these boys were playing for something that was more than just a game to them. They were playing for something that was like very, very great,
just
man.
means more,
it's
bro.
like a very sad day for everybody. Like I go to church. I have the same routine for Good Friday. I will never change it. St. Mary's Cathedral, lunch
house.
at my Taita's house, and
Love
then
your
straight
Taita,
to the
bro.
game, cuz. I do.
Yeah, I literally the exact same routine. Church in the morning, I go wherever church it is, lunch at my Taitas, straight to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was a game on our Eid, bro, because I like wake up in the morning, pray, and then go straight to my Tatas, and then after
You
that,
probably want a public holiday on that day too, bro.
everyone would, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, oh man, I'm not complaining with no public holidays, my bro.
Nah, but it was
what a
so
game,
good, Wallah.
man.
It was so good to enjoy
And
that.
Listen, man, I just want to talk about Preston as well. Whether he's on the left, whether he's on the right, bro. This guy has two preferred sides. This guy is an
He's sick,
absolute
Wallah.
animal,
He's
mate.
sick in the head, Wallah. He's sick in the
Because
head.
there's something wrong with him, bro. He does things that I just don't think are humanly possible. He is just the toughest, biggest dog in the league, my bro. I love Jacob Preston. Everything he does.
He messaged me half an hour ago, by the way.
Oh, what did he say?
What did he say?
Nah, I'll tell you after.
Okay, cuz what a fucking legend, bro. And I will glaze this man for as long as I can live. And listen, man, one thing, if I do see Laurie Daly again, I won't buckle because I got to mention Jacob Preston's name and say, come on, bro, surely you're looking at him. I want to just tell him that, mate, Jacob Preston will not let you down.
And I think he knows that. Wallah.
There is a 0% chance this brother will let you down. And
There
a
is
very,
no-
very high chance this brother will make you smile and make
Wallah,
you
I would
not
be-
regret his decision.
I would be the happiest bloke to see that guy get picked in Origin. I don't care where he, Wallah, I don't care where he
Well,
plays.
I'll celebrate on the streets.
Oh, bro, and if he scores a try in that game or he, like, whatever it is, like, cause I'll just be the happiest guy. Because he did he's from our club, whatever it is, and we watched him start in the shittest places of all for the Bulldogs, being the only shining light of the whole season, to now being one of the shining lights, now to being one of the best shining lights, you know
And
what I
he
mean?
backed us when nobody else really would, bro. And
Wallah.
we can never.
Because he could have went anywhere.
We'll forever be grateful.
He could have went
for that,
south, he
bro.
could have went anywhere, he could have followed Bennett or, like, you know.
And he supported the podcast, bro, when nobody
Yeah,
else
bro.
would, cuz. And I'm just saying, like, man, like, I will forever be grateful for that, bro. And we knew it when we were doing it. We were interviewing a bloody future Australia and bloody New South Wales
Rep player, bro.
You know what I mean? And we knew it going into it. And even if he wasn't, we just fucking loved him so much and what he brought to the team. And I just wanted to know what his thoughts were on that season and where we're going to go next year.
Now, we
To
got
be
that out
honest,
of him,
man,
bro.
when he said that we're aiming to be contenders last year, I'm like, I thought it was just, you know, what else is
PR.
he going to say,
Just a
right?
PR, yeah, just a
what
PR
else
move.
is he going to say? But, brother, this bloke spoke into existence, man. He manifested it. And shout out to every one of these boys. They all work so hard. And cuz, only thing I was ginning about is it took too long to get Kurt Zalme on the field, mate. I was like, 27 minutes, mate. Clock's ticking. Where is Kurt Zalme?
20
he
minutes
comes
is
on.
mean.
He comes on, lad. Bloody shrugs off 2 tackles and creates a line break, bro. I bloody love that bloke. We need to bring him on earlier. All right, because the attack just looks so much better when
Yeah,
he's
he
on,
makes
bro.
everything look so much.
And he's just long hair as well, mate.
Quickly, dry arrow incident before we move on from the Bulldogs. We've got a lot to speak about. Dry arrow incident. Now, Wallah, first and foremost, because I'm not a dry arrow fan at all. And it all started for me in Origin when, I don't know what happened, he did something to Teddy.
Teddy, yeah.
He, and it was just a dog move. Like, I get it, it's Origin. I know it's Origin, and I know you should be aggressive, and I don't care who's on the field. But shit like that is crossing the line, sort of, for me, right? Anyway, whatever. It's an old thing. I don't really care. I don't know what happened, cuz, but all of a
saw
sudden...
a video. Did you see the video?
What, someone threw something?
Cuz, no.
No, one sec.
Cuz, they're
I'm
just
gonna
yelling
explain
he's a
it.
wanker.
I'm gonna explain it to you, right? And Jairo came out after and said, stuffed up, man. I couldn't hold myself, whatever. And it's all emotions. It's all, I get it. But I want to, the media. This is a media thing. Straight away, cuz, you know what the first thing they said on...
Brawl.
Yeah, brawl, and someone threw something at him. I'm like... And it was Michael...
And both of them were
it was
bullshit.
Michael Shamas,
Michael
Shamas, right? The Shamas should have not shined on
Michael
you that day,
Shamus.
right? Because, bro, I don't know where you got this bottle. Where do you mean, brother? What do you mean? Right, when the refs walked down, we threw bottles on him. Yeah, I get
A
it.
decade ago.
Yeah, that was 10 years ago.
Braz put
But
it
none
on
of
it.
the Bulldogs fans are like this anymore. bro.
No, what? There was another. There was gonna, mate.
They were doing this to him. Meow, meow,
He
meow,
was
meow.
nearly gonna say
Joe
that the
Arrow,
bottle.
meow, meow, man. Can you do it, please? Because it's not my trademark.
Well, I honestly thought.
Hectic Fred.
I honestly thought Michael was gonna say the bottle was from Coffs Harbour, bro. That's how far deep in the past that brother was going. All right, fuck off, bro. No one threw nothing.
No one threw anything.
There was
bro.
no brawl. Okay, it was
like
Joy
full-
Arrow crashing out. Cause how can you say that someone threw something or there was a brawl when bloody Jared Sutton. Bro, John Sutton's
gonna say
fucking grinning from ear to ear, pissing himself laughing at the situation.
He's pointing at Joe Arrow and he's pointing at them and he's laughing.
Cause yeah, he's laughing.
banter, cuz.
Cause nobody threw nothing and they were just yelling that Arrow's a wanker and he crashed out. Fair enough, somebody's calling you a wanker and you
I'll
had a
crash
shit
out too,
day.
yeah.
I'd
And just
probably
after
crash out
losing
too.
and not
I've
scoring any
seen
points,
Russell Westbrook crash out 10 times worse than that. Like this season alone, bro. And you know what I mean? And Russell Westbrook's a nice guy, but cause you yell shit at him, he's gonna bark back.
100%, bro. Westbrook.
And Jai Arrow was just barking back cause they're just saying he's a wanker and it's a bad day for him. They just got nicked. And I think he got injured in the game as well.
Yeah, he did.
Cause he's pissed, man, and he's probably frustrated that he got yet another injury. That poor bloke can't catch a break. I am a Dogs fan. I have no malice with Jai Arrow. I don't even really have a problem with him getting mad, cause it's like
I don't have a problem with it either.
but he's mad at himself. He's mad at himself for even reacting.
I love
'Cause
Wayne
he
Bennett.
got rage baited hard, and Wayne Bennett, what does he say?
Wayne Bennett
doesn't say nothing. He just says, "I wish you showed that on the field."
should have got angry like that on the field.
I love Wayne.
Last
Bennett.
questions on
Yeah.
the Bulldogs. Fred, are we the real deal? Just
Yeah.
quickly, yes.
I think, and we're gonna get to tips soon. I think we're gonna nick Brisbane.
Okay,
bad.
and who do you see stopping us?
Melbourne. So I got asked this when I was leaving. A young gentleman came up to me, big guy as well, came up to me, asked me a couple of questions. And
Shout
one
out
of
to
them,
you, brother.
And I didn't get to get his name because we're literally leaving, cuz. But he's a real nice guy and very respectful towards me. And he asked me who I think the biggest threat to us is. And straight away I said Melbourne, because they have spine members that when the going gets tough, I feel like they can get them wins and give us some trouble. On paper, you look at their team and just similar to ours, and you don't think it's anything much. But that spine on paper is something different. And when they're all there, that team is very, very difficult to beat. And I just think straight away, the first thing I think of, that the first team that I'm worried about is them. I'm worried about a full-strength Manly, but they're not going to be full-strength all year without Paseka. I think Paseka was the big one, the big reason. Like, we just struggle with big mobile forwards. Brisbane, I think, can give us a lot of trouble.
Oh, definitely,
However,
definitely.
I think they're going to give us a lot of trouble next season when Madge does
Instill
what
that in
Serraldo did after his first year and just clean house a little bit and get some Madge players in. Because I feel like, and I've been saying this on stream, and I just feel like there are too many cats on the Brisbane team, and Madge does not like cats. And
He's a dog person.
He's a big dog person. He would love our team, and I think he needs to just get rid of some players that they might be good on, but maybe not
for
a
the
match
system he
type
wants,
player
yeah.
system, right? So I think we are going to beat them despite Payne Haas, despite Pat Carrigan, and look, they got a really good team, man. Bro, we'll talk about Tony Staggs later. That guy's a beast, man. I think we will get them in Brisbane like we did last year, because we have 17 dogs, bro. They don't have
They don't
17.
give up, yeah. I think, are we the real deal? 1,000,000%. I've explained why. When you get through hardships with like big injuries and you still win games and you beat teams that show up when they never show up against anyone, they show up against us, I think it's a great sign. Number one. Number two, I think Melbourne are the biggest threat, but I do think we can beat Melbourne. I think a team like the Raiders, I don't know why, cuz I feel like a bogey team
For
is
sure.
the only team that's
The
going to
Warriors
trouble
as
us.
well.
And the Warriors, like teams like that. I don't think the Warriors. I think the Raiders.
I think the Warriors on their day can
On
give us
their
a
day.
lot of trouble, full strength.
Anyone, they can beat a lot of, like you just
and
seen
then we've
it.
just seen it, right?
But I think them, and I think like I'm probably worried about Penrith. I'm probably worried
Thank
about
you.
Melbourne and Penrith because they know the
I was
system.
going to say the fact that you
I
didn't mention
think-
the fact that you didn't mention Penrith.
It's good to hear your voice today, bro.
Insults me. Sorry about that. Like,
Man, I want Penrith.
I wanted to.
I think
I
we'd
wanted
beat
us
them.
Penrith.
I think we'd beat them, but I
I
think
wanted
because
to
they
make-
know the system
Well,
so
I
well.
I wanted you guys to enjoy your Bulldog. You know, I've
glaze.
had mine. I'll
Has-
let you have yours. But
has-
the disrespect.
It's not
the
disrespect.
It is
We just
disrespect.
match up really well against you.
Mate. You haven't. When was the last time you beat us? First of all,
Forget
Many
that
years
shit.
ago, but
A long
listen, no.
time.
If we had started with Toby Sexton, you lose to us at Penrith last year.
We didn't have Cleary for all that game. We had
You had
Cleary that whole
you had
game. We
Cleary
still
the
won't
whole
lose when
time,
Ke-
the whole first half, bro.
Not the whole game.
Yeah, but it
We
doesn't
still
matter.
won. Doesn't matter.
You having Cleary is the same impact as us having Drew Hutchison is as impactful as Cleary on the negative side of the spectrum.
That is.
Us getting rid of that Drew Hutchison is like having Cleary on our team.
Look,
And we
I'm
need to
telling
beat
you
Melbourne
right now,
in
we've
Melbourne
actually-
with Drew Hutchison, and we are going to beat you both times this
no,
year.
we versed you twice this year,
And you're
and
going to
you're
lose
not
both times.
wrong.
And you're going to lose
You're
both
wrong.
times. And you're going to lose
You're
both
wrong.
times. You're going to
Breaking
lose both times.
news: the Bulldogs pull out of the Lachlan Galvin race. Thank God. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, and now in 2 weeks, Sexton will be signed.
race sign.
Yeah, so- yeah.
I'm loving that, bro. The
But-
disrespect on Sexton.
And if he isn't signed, I will tell. If he does go elsewhere, Toby Sexton, I would not be mad. I
Mitch
wouldn't be
Woods.
mad. Mitch Woods or Jamal Fogarty has not signed an official contract. If Toby Sexton wants to walk and want to go to the North Queensland Cowboys or something like that, then I'm telling you, bro, we'll go get Jamal
That's a good
Fogarty.
combo, Deeren and Sexton. Well, that's a good combo for them.
Yeah, I feel bad for Clifford. All right.
Because it's Biro, you know.
Cause
like-
just believe in him,
Cause come on,
bro.
guys,
Like
yeah.
leave him there for a fucking year next to Dearden and shut up. Like
Yeah.
that's what I think they should do. But they want to bloody be sniffing around guys like Toby Sexton. Fair enough. I think there are clubs out there that will pay him more than what we will pay him.
Definitely. Yeah,
And I don't think we will offer him big
But
money.
I don't want
if
anyone.
some-
I want him. 'Cause I love him.
I want to keep him, bro.
I
He's
love him.
23 years old. He's getting better. Cuz please just stop kicking on second tackle on the line, please. I've seen it too many times. That's the only problem I have with him. He's like in love. He's like, if I don't kick the ball on second tackle 2 times this game on the 10-meter line,
I'm shit.
I'm gonna die.
All right, boys.
Crank. It's like crank. bro.
Dolphins. Let's move on because we've fucking spoke about the Bulldogs.
I know,
for a long
yeah,
time.
because we're not going to.
Dolphins and Melbourne,
We
right?
witnessed the birth of a legend.
Who?
A birth of a
Who's the
Zalmeh.
legend? Who's the Zalmeh?
His name is Isaiah Katoa, lad.
Wow,
Right,
bro.
when Nedi Cartoed, who
Because
do you
this
call?
year, wallah, this year,
call
who do you call?
Katoa.
Who do you call?
You call Isaiah Cartoa and Eli Cartoa, bro.
And they both played on the.
Yeah,
different
Sione Cartoa, not really too much. It's a bit unreliable, but those
Because I
boys.
can't keep up with these blokes' words every week.
Reliable,
Wallah,
bro.
I just can't.
Cuz when you need your Cartoed, Cartoa.
I know, I get it, but I can't keep
You know,
up.
you're
with
old.
it.
A Cartoa sounds like
I actually got my
Carto.
car towed today.
There you go,
By
see?
him, it was gone. Anyway, boys, this guy has been on fire all season, bro.
He
Wallah,
has,
he's been-
but this was
this
the
year is
cri-
different level,
yeah.
cuz. But I don't know.
This game.
I didn't really watch this game properly. Wallah, I didn't.
Well,
Right,
I watched
so-
it after because I had to.
Okay, so I didn't really get to watch this, but what I can tell you is that Melbourne were winning by so much,
It was 16-2.
16-2, and Bellamy was ginning after. Like he put it on him. He's like, I've never seen a side. This is what I'm reading after, quote unquote. I've never been involved with a Melbourne side that's up by that much and gets 40 put on him. Like it doesn't make sense to him. So, it's frustrating for Bellamy, and this has been like a thing with Melbourne the whole year. Wallah, I've seen it. Like that's why I tell you, I'm not I'm worried about Melbourne. You're always worried about Melbourne, even if Melbourne didn't have any players. Wallah, I'm worried about them because they're Melbourne.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like if you suffocate them enough, I think if you frustrate them enough, I think you can beat them.
I think, man.
And they just got blitzed in this. cuz.
It was
Bro,
the
it was a-
Cam Munster penalty. Was it? What was it? It was a penalty. Something with Cam Munster around the 23rd minute or so, and it just changed the game for him completely.
Did he get injured or something? Or
No, it wasn't injury.
Some of them did. Like there were players that were playing with injuries. Obviously, I think Jerome Hughes probably should have sat this one out. Watching him, bro, I'm telling you, and this is my honest opinion. There's no disrespect to the Dolphins; they are amazing, but I honestly think Melbourne win if Harry plays. Like Harry would have had Harry
did he
Grant would
even
have
play
had.
or he got
Nah,
injured
he-
before?
No, he was injured. He's
that's a
injured
big-
for
ruled out
4 to
before the
6
game.
weeks,
Yeah, that's
bro.
massive as well.
Cuz
That's
if-
not Origin. That won't affect Origin, will it?
No, it might. Yeah,
it might.
If he doesn't come back early, and if it does impact Origin, then you know who they're going to come calling, bro. You know who they're going to come calling
Yeah.
to. Bloody Reed Marley,
Bailey
mate.
Haywood.
He's a blue
Kurt man.
He's a blue through and through, bro. Nah, it'll be Reed, bro. But
I'm saying Bailey Haywood will replace Reed.
I think cuz Harrigan would have had an absolute field day against in this game, bro. And I honestly think it probably would have. Like, I don't think they can cede 40, and I think they probably get close to scoring.
Do we
40.
underlook Harry Grant's position, like Harry Grant's power in the team of Melbourne?
Yeah,
I think a lot of people do. Bro.
I think value over a replacement player. That's probably the biggest
we
one.
had this argument with those boys in the group chat as well a long time ago that Harry Grant is overrated, and I'm like, how?
Yeah, but they said every Melbourne player is overrated.
I know, but
like
how?
Munster.
Like they're not overrated because
Yeah.
they. I know they were in a good system and whatever, but Cameron Munster is bro. If Cameron Munster got on the market, I'm not surprised if someone gives him $2 million. Wallah.
No,
He's-
they tried to
they
offer
tried.
him 1.2, and then he stayed with Melbourne.
Yeah, but
after
what
that.
I'm saying is like, let's say a new team starts, or whatever, like a new team, brother, they've written $2 million for him. Yeah, brother, take it because we need you. Because
Respectfully, like I think
I'm not saying he's worth $2 million.
I
but you
think
know what
he's the least valuable spine member. Not saying that he's bad, he's fucking elite, but all of them are elite. And the thing is like Wishart is their plug and play replacement for 3 spine positions, right? And he plays most similar to Cam Munster. If he replaces Jerome Hughes, there's a massive drop off because him and Munster are too similar.
Same players.
You play him at 9 and he's just nowhere near Harry Grant level, right? But you play him at 6 and he's pretty similar to Cam Munster and can work. Like, he's not on the same level, of course, but their skill sets are similar, right? So when they're missing Munster, they don't miss a beat as much as they're missing Hughes, Pappenhausen, Grant. But Grant's the big one because I don't think they really have a good backup hooker.
Yeah, and if you don't have a good backup hooker, cause your service is shit, your IQ, like he does a lot of things in the game, Harry Grant, where you're like far out. It takes so much pressure off the other players, and he can just easily pop up and score you a try out of nowhere as well.
He scores a lot of tries.
He scores a lot of tries for a hooker.
He creates a lot of tries, man, and because when Harry Grant's in the game, everybody is worried about the Harry Grant scoot out of dummy half. And that's what they got to worry about.
All the short side.
Yeah.
In Origin, I remember there was one series in Origin, I think it was like 3 years ago.
It was 2020.
2020, cuz.
First one.
His first one, yeah? What the fuck? What the hell was that, bro? He was unbelievable. And I think what I said is correct, but we do look at him and not give him that respect that he deserves.
Yeah, because you just see Melbourne win all the time. You think they don't miss him, but now the level of the NRL's gotten so high now, every team is good. Honestly, we're at full strength. Every team is good. That you missing players is going to have a massive impact. And they don't really have a lot of depth, Melbourne. Their first 17 is mad.
That's it.
Outside of that, it's really, really ugly. Because even they're outside backs, bro. Like, dude, they just, if one goes down, one or two go down, they're screwed.
Yeah.
I like
the
this
quality
Moses
is
Leo
very
guy.
They're a lot more vulnerable than they were.
The quality drops a lot, bro.
Yeah, but they haven't been getting players poached. They just never really
go for those massive
They just
players.
never really go for big money players, and they prefer
Especially
to get
wingers and centers.
the middle of the range player. And no, they went for Coates. That was their
Coates
biggest. Was their biggest signing up until Stefano, right? And bro, he has just been insane this year, bro. By the way, Xavier Coates.
He's a gun player, bro. Wallah.
He's kicked us.
Yeah,
he wasn't in my top 5, but now I think he is, bro. He's just been working really hard. He's so good in the
Warbrick?
Warbrick's mad, but he hasn't been. He's barely played this year. I don't think
he got KO'd, I think, a few rounds ago.
That's it.
Yeah. He didn't play this week, eh? Yeah, and they're missing him. Grant Anderson's good, but
yeah, I like Anderson.
I honestly think they might want to start playing him a bit more, eh?
The thing about Melbourne is they have Suey, but they didn't even play him this week. They put in some other guy in jersey 19. He scored 2 tries, but still they have.
I think.
Yeah, they took someone out really, really late.
Yeah, it was Suey. They took him out. They put in some other guy.
I don't know what.
Leo.
Yeah.
No, Moses Leo.
No.
He broke his arm or something last week. He's out for 3 months.
Yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play this week, but last week I actually really liked him. But Meany's out.
Listen, Meany's out as well.
The Meany's been out with a broken jaw, because Nelson
He was very good for them, bro. Wallah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Nelson. I remember that.
Because honestly,
Nelson's just
I
a
know
wrecking ball,
because this is crazy. You're gonna hear this from me. It's actually mental. But we need to talk about the Dolphins here, because as much as we're talking about how we usually talk about how arse they are and how shit Melbourne were, and you were usually talking about how bad the Dolphins are, but they've beaten both grand finalists in the back-to-back weeks.
That's balls, bro.
Yeah, that's
what, bro?
And not like just.
You know what?
And I still have you finishing last. But besides the point, I think if you're a Dolphins fan, you're delighted with how they've played the last couple of weeks. To fight back from 16-2 down, bro,
against the
Melbourne team,
Craig Bellamy side.
regardless, because they've beaten everybody now except us.
Because you know what happens with them? I feel like they just, when they start, you can't stop them. And it's like Hammer, Averillo, Bostock, what's his name? The other guy, Herbie.
Yeah, Herbie was fucking
Herbie's
unbelievable.
Herbie.
He was so good.
But even
Bro,
against Hughes, he was good. And Averillo against Hughes was so good as well, bro.
Nicarima, because that flick pass, bro, was insane. Ray Stone, They've missed him last year big time.
Parramatta miss him, bro.
Ray Stone scored a double.
Wallah, Parramatta miss him
He's
as well,
like their
that guy.
Jamin Salmon, bro.
He just
He's
plugs
like
and
their
plays.
Jamin Salmon, and then when he scores two. And he's Melbourne's kryptonite, cuz. He scored that try when
Was that Para?
when he was at Parramatta and he tore his ACL.
Haram, bro.
Bro, I actually really liked what I saw from Ray Stone. Bro's got some toe. He was pretty quick, man. I actually really like what I saw from them. Because when you go and you verse Melbourne, there's certain things that teams don't do. Like, they don't play free-flowing football because they know if they make an error, Melbourne's going to make them pay. They played last night. They played on Friday without a care in the world, cuz. They were playing like they had nothing to lose, and they just wanted to throw the ball around and having fun. Because some of this stuff that they were doing was just beautiful to watch, bro. And I really enjoy. I enjoy watching the Dolphins
It's
all
like
the
an
time.
old school Waz team.
I
really.
know. Yeah, because it's because I don't think they're shit. Like, I think they're shit, but I also think no. What's wrong with me? I don't think they're shit. Just the NRL's really good, and I don't think they have the depth to do this stuff full
Yeah, they're
season.
still early days,
But
but
3 wins in a row.
Third year.
3 wins in a row, boys. Good on yous. All right.
To come back from 0-4.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know what happened this Easter weekend, but Fred, bro, he's just come out with some love for the Dolphins. That's some crazy shit.
Well,
I'll
maybe
take that
it's all the church I've been going to, man. Like, maybe I've just removed all the hatred,
All the hatred and
out
toxins
of my
from your body.
because I've been able to move on from Mitchell Pearce's hatred, the Sonny Bill hatred.
I feel.
Because maybe the Dolphins, the last bit of hatred I have to get out of me before I don't hate no one.
And then that's it, bro.
I
You're
feel
a
like the
faithful man.
Except
punishment he
Flaxxy
got
when he
out.
opens his mouth.
No, he got the punishment out of me last week, and he felt really bad.
Yeah,
He
I
just
actually
cleansed
felt
himself.
bad,
Bro,
dude.
someone came up to me at the
Guys,
game
you got cleansed apparently.
someone came up to me at the game and they're like, I seen your face, Suey. And I was like, what? Like, they're like, I seen how worried you were when Flaxxy was eating the chip. I was like, honestly, bro.
Look, can I
was
tell
like-
you how funny that is? That they're like, I saw your face, how worried you were. No, like,
No,
is
no.
he okay?
Yeah,
like,
no,
what
no,
the
no, because they're like, bro, they're like, that was actually bad. Like, I understand why you're worried. Because when you started shaking, I was like, okay, bro. You're not having the second one. This guy has no heart, bro. He's
It's like, here you go, he answered the second one, he made a promise.
You made the bet. It's a promise.
Eat
You
the
pinky.
second chip.
Eat the
Cuz
second.
this bloke-
Die.
This bloke was doing these ones, and I saw I already got. I'm like, cuz I don't want to kill him. Like,
I feel bad, bro.
Like, cuz we still got the chip here, bro.
Anyway, boys, you know what was shit? You know what was khara? That golden point.
No, we're missing one game.
Who? We're still going. I got the list.
Yeah, but where's the
What?
Manly game?
Who? Yeah, we're not finished yet. We still got to speak about
Cuz-
Penrith, but I really wanted to touch base quickly on the Warriors game.
Yeah.
Because one crazy thing that happened is they won it. Metcalf won it for him, and this is all I'm going to speak about with this game.
Reece Walsh won it for him.
Okay.
That was a big
He
assist.
said, "Hey man, I don't want to play. Man, my leg's injured. I don't want to play golden point. Here you go, bro."
But Reece Walsh didn't have Damian Lillard reposting.
That's true.
That's some insane shit today. You didn't see that?
No, what?
Luke Metcalf did this, and Lillard reposted on his story.
Oh, that's
And he's
insane.
like, hey, you know what time it is? He knows what time it is. You know what I mean? So shout out to Luke Metcalf.
Shout out to
That's
Damian
cracker.
Lillard for showing
Shout
some
out to Damian
NRL
Lillard,
stuff.
bro.
Man, you want to reach out and capture the American market. That's how you do it, bro. Making some mad highlights.
We said this. We gave him the blueprint. But Vlandis and Abdo, they
Yeah,
don't want to do. They wanted
that's
to go
alright.
read databases and I don't know what.
But
Now,
again-
Brisbane Broncos.
Yeah, they were.
Cuz, what do you do now? Are you worried about him? Reece Walsh is
I
injured
wasn't
now.
worried about him even after the preseason game. Cuz.
Honestly, I'm going to take
I
my
should
words
be
back.
worried about them, but again, I told you my reasoning for not being worried about them.
I'm going to take my words back. I said that after that round one, I was like, bruh, what the hell's going on? They're so good. Right?
Yeah, I glazed him. I was like, I might have miscalculated.
Dude, I do not.
No, I don't
I'm
take
not
the
taking
glaze back.
anything.
But
back.
I don't think that they're a top 4 side.
I think they're a top 4 team.
Because if this continues, cuz, you're going to blink. Like everyone said, remember we were talking about Penrith last week in the 8? And then you said some crazy shit like they have to win the next 10 out of 13. And I was like, bro, that's actually insane. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Brisbane. I don't know if you're on top of Brisbane at the moment, but if they keep doing this, cuz, they lose Reece Walsh now.
Well, 4 to 6 weeks.
Ben Hunt and Adam Reynolds, I thought it was a good combo.
It is a good combo.
The people are starting to say, does it work? Does it not work? Like, I'm just telling you what the people say. I'm bringing it back to you. So, what does you said this before already in the other segment. Madge needs to get some players in for himself so they can become a match team. But do you see them continue to struggle this year? Because if they put another couple losers in a row, cuz, it's scary.
Because they make it top 4.
Okay.
They're not making top 4.
I don't think.
they're making
I
top 4.
honestly don't think
They make it top 4.
I think Nottingham Forest,
They're-
Bournemouth, this is the teams that are like that are going to be coming up in rugby league. Wallah,
I don't think.
You're
didn't say
forgetting.
Newcastle,
You're
that's
forgetting
why.
one, you dog.
Newcastle.
One that's actually in the top four,
Oh,
even though we
boo.
got belted by a deflection
Villa.
goal
Aston
and an
Villa.
own goal.
4 goals, brother. 4 to
A
1.
deflection goal, own goal.
You got rinsed, bro.
Bro, my coach has pneumonia and wasn't there. You know how weird it was? Because I know.
Tindall's loving it. Tindall's loving
You know how weird it was? No, he was not loving it.
He's
bro.
loving this shit. He's meant to be on camera now. Isn't he always want to do
Because
that?
he's always on camera.
No,
Because he was depressed, bro. No
he-
one next to him in the dugout.
He's
He's
the main. He wants that main person syndrome. What's it
Cause
called?
I-
The main character.
No. Trust. I was looking at this man's face. He missed Eddie. Because it's like a brotherhood, bro. You can't separate the brothers away from each
I
other.
respect it.
Because
Back to
I
rugby
felt.
league.
Oh, okay, back to rugby league. Yeah, Jason Tindall just looked like he missed his mate, bro.
But yeah, Broncos aren't making top 4. I'm telling you right now.
Quickly, because we have to
Because
move
they're
on.
making top 4, bro.
No, they're
Don't worry.
not.
It's going to click, just like they're going to click. They're a new team.
I like that clicking. That was a good
New
click.
spine. Bloody. I don't know
Reece
what.
Walsh is out now, bro.
Reece-
Is that a better
because
thing?
It's 4 weeks, bro. Listen, man.
4 to 6.
Because he comes back. He's not going to play Origin.
I was going to say, does that put
Because
Ponga?
he's not going to. He was never making Origin. Like, because Jai Gray has more chance of making Origin than Reece Walsh, in my opinion.
Walsh has been terrible.
Even Caleb
Walsh
Ponga,
has
bro.
been bad. Like,
Caleb
Caleb
Ponga.
Ponga
but-
has not been bad.
No,
His
but
team
it's different
sucks.
circumstances.
Because Reece Walsh is on a good team. Everyone's playing all right, but he's been... Because he's like double second in terms of errors, bro. Like, he's more than... Like, second is like
He's like 10 and he's like 20.
he's like 23, bro. He's just not having it. And I'm telling you, he's going to come back from his injury. He's going to have 1 or 2 half-decent games. He's not going to get picked for Origin, and then he's going to click into gear. And that's his wake-up call. And Madge is going to bloody turn this negative situation into a big positive for him.
Also, on that error thing, Walsh is actually, yes, he is leading it with 15, but Mulatala's also got 15.
Wow.
Okay, because a couple of weeks ago,
He
he was double Mulatala.
Fuck,
You know,
what did Mulatala do? Have a bet for how many knock-ons he can do in a
yeah,
game?
'cause he was playing too much basketball. Playing too much
Caleb
basketball.
Ponga's at 14.
Yeah, he was way ahead, but he was way ahead. But
Everyone
then,
catch up.
but then what happened was I saw some hesitation from Reece Walsh the last couple of weeks. Since that Raiders game, honestly, the Cowboys game, I've seen him make so many errors, and then he just started playing more safe, conservative rugby league, and that's hindered Broncos because they need Reece Walsh to be Reece Walsh, but he doesn't have the confidence to be Reece Walsh. And you know what? He's going to get a massive knock to his confidence when he doesn't make Origin.
And he's gonna.
And then Madge is going to fucking break him down to build him back up, and then he's going to finish the season on a high. That's what I think.
Listen,
And
I hope
think
it
they're
does.
going to make top 4 because there are too many big teams that are going to also cop these sort of losses. We will cop them for sure. I still think I'm going to Brisbane to watch my team lose against the Titans because we never win at that fucking magic round.
We're one of 2 teams left to win a magic round.
But we never
Yeah.
won Good Friday in so long. We
Who's
didn't
the other
beat-
one?
We never won in
Oh.
Cronulla in so long. This is the
Dragons had a
year.
bye and a few
Yeah, this
buys
is the
and-
year we break all the streaks.
Hopefully,
cuz.
hopefully. Now,
But yeah, I did not. There was a lucky try from
Waz?
from the Waz, bro, because I'd never seen anything like it. Ball bounced on the ground, too picky. Just L1 triangled it and ended up in a try card. I actually really liked him. I think he was probably one of the Waz best players on the
but
weekend.
if they can get him going, well, they got a long-term player, bro. He's a good player.
Yeah, man, he's very little.
Very small, but
And
that's
I
another
do
thing.
think they're going to move him back to the wing this week. But yeah, I really liked what I saw from Tuapiki, man, from the Warriors. Listen, people who don't know, like me putting you, I didn't know what I was doing when I was picking the ladder. So I just picked you at 16th for one reason only. Not because I thought you were going to finish 16th, but because I thought I wanted to do what I did 2 years ago and not what I did last year. Last year I had you as number 1 and you didn't make the 8. The year before I had you at 15th and you made top 4. So I said, you know what, let me do use one better. I put you 16th, so maybe you come second.
The curse, the curse.
It's the
reverse
curse, lad.
curse.
The curse. I actually don't. I'm just saying you're gonna do bad so that
You can do good.
So I'm using. It's either a blessing or a curse, mate. And I'm turning my curse into a blessing by manipulating it to allow the Warriors to win. And cuz
Pythagoras
and
theorem.
cuz you just don't understand.
that
Some
one.
of you
That's
don't
maths.
understand it.
I understand it.
Cuz C square equals A square plus B square.
Right now. They're top 4 at the moment. Warriors, they're 4.
Now that was a convincing win. The other couple wins they got, like against Manly and the Roosters, I think the other teams are just very shit.
They just got there.
But I think, and I was actually, someone on Instagram messaged me and he said, do you still think the Warriors have a low ceiling? And I said, yes. They have a very, very high, this is the problem with the Warriors this year, and I think you'll see it for the next couple years. The Warriors have a very low ceiling. If there's a top 4 team that are playing, or even a top 6 team, I think, that are playing to the level that you expect from them, they will beat the Warriors. However, the problem with a lot of these good teams is like they're either going to be
down.
really good or really shit on those days. The Warriors have a really, really high floor. I think on their worst day, they're still going to be pretty solid. All right? But their best day is nowhere near the other team's best days.
It's just a little jump.
So you need to play a certain brand of football to try and really get them off their game. And that's what they've been doing. And that's what they did to Brisbane. They're playing similar to us. A lot of injuries, a lot of players missing, a lot of new players,
coming in
and having big responsibility in their roles now. And cuz they just work very hard and they do the best that they can to take the other team off their game so that they don't reach that high ceiling. And they've done, played a very, very tough brand of football, and that's how the Warriors need to play, and I think that's how the fans want them to play. There are times where they are very fancy and they're beautiful to watch. I prefer this sort of team more than any team that had Feleti Matoa in there, and Feleti Matoa was one of my favourite players. Cuz, one of my favourite players ever. Cuz they don't need...
That's a good name, bro. I seen your mate again, Jean. What's his name?
Jean-Claude.
He goes, isn't it the best thing when you just remember like an old rugby league player's name and you say it? Yeah. And he said Eta Nabuli or something.
Yeah, Eta Nabuli was like the bad Rajradra. Like they were hoping he's gonna be Rajradra. He had one good year. But cuz
Can we do a segment today where for 2 minutes?
I could do this for hours, man.
I know, but we just name random players.
Cuz I just want to say the Warriors need to play more like this Warriors team and the Fisher Harris. That even though he didn't play, Fish didn't play.
He's injured. Yeah? He's out for a few.
Yeah, I thought so. So they need to, and I was surprised that they did this without him because I picked the Broncos thinking they're gonna miss Fish because when Fish came off against Melbourne, they collapsed, right? Yeah. But this is what we call the Bunty effect because this is what happened, mate. Fish got injured and they didn't bring on fucking Bunty till the 30th minute, mate. And then now,
it's all Bunty.
And now Bunty's playing. And listen, man, the game was over by the time Bunty came on. Bunty got to impact the game, man. The man, the myth, the legend, Bunty. This is what he does, mate.
Can we have you on in the off season, please? Because we need a.
Bro, I will pay for your flights from New Zealand, cuz. Just come here.
Would you actually?
I don't think he would fit through the door, bro. His hair will get caught. He'll hit his head walking in, bro.
I've met him before, so.
Well, I love Bunty, bro. The Bunty effect. This is why you're winning, boys, because old mate decided to put in Bunty.
Bunty effect. Bunty Afawa, Bunty, we need you at the Bulldogs.
Bunty came to the Dogs.
I would fucking run down the street naked celebrating.
I hope he never does. Anyway, boys.
The women hope he does now.
we want to hear Flaxxy's take on Roosters Penrith. Titans Raiders, you want to speak about that quickly? Or
No. We talk about the Roosters next.
Roosters, I want to do that segment, the random rugby league players' name.
No, we're not doing it today. We're
doing it today.
Because this is something we do for next week.
Roosters and Penrith.
Mate.
Talk to me about that game.
We won.
Man.
It took us long enough. I think our second half was really, really good. A lot of people say the ref or Jared Sutton, whoever was reffing our game. Mate, there was nothing in that. People, I want to talk about the Dylan Edwards, James Tedesco thing. That thing was fine. He was going. It was fine. Tedesco touches the ball. He's fair game to get tackled. Like that. That's it. If he didn't touch the ball and he got tackled without it, fair enough. It's a sim-in. Mitch Kenny's out for 2 weeks. I feel like that's going to hurt us. But I'm very happy with the team. Luke Garner. Mate, I'm very happy with the team. I think Luke Garner is a good addition on the edge. And I think Isaac Tungo being on the bench, even though he made a rookie error, not putting the card in, and I think we got fined for it because we had 14 players on the field.
Yeah, I've seen that shit, bro. Didn't we lose like points or something?
We lost points because Ben Roberts scored or assisted against Penrith. In 2010 or something. 2011?
We
literally scored a game winner with 14 on the field.
Yeah.
Wait, so you had 14 on the field?
For about 10 seconds. So, Isaac Tungo...
Oh, 10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah.
Come on, mate. 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Suspended.
But you could tell, like, Isaac Tungo had a fire under his ass because he
heard us. He heard
us, and he was like, shit, I've been put on the bench. Like, I got to actually do something. So
I got to actually literally make a tackle.
I
Actually,
actually
They
have to give
actually
one-
got to defend,
they got
you know.
fined. They got fined for having 15 on the field, including Jared Sutton.
Jared Sutton, mate.
No, I'm
It-
joking. I did
yeah.
because
I
this
didn't
is the
watch it
one game I
properly.
didn't watch properly. I had to watch like the mini of it because
So-
I was running out of time.
So overall-
the referee was fine, mate.
Yeah, the
Relax.
referee was fine.
Tell Hainsey, mate. Fuck you. I don't care about Jared Sutton. Tell him Jared Sutton didn't make a difference.
It didn't make a
Y'all
difference.
Our ass.
I'm telling you, that point difference doesn't change. That's not a ref influence. That's
It was
just us
good
being
to
too
see
good.
yous
It's good
finally
to see us
string
click, man.
Some passes together. That Sorensen, was it the Sorensen?
The flick pass, man.
Oh,
mate,
mate.
I was, mate,
Hey, Blaze Tuolungi looked alright.
mate, see, second half was
Come on,
incredible.
man, just pick him and leave him.
Mate, keep the chemistry flowing,
Oh,
bro.
that's what we want. Complicating everything.
Mate,
it's simple. You paid like 650 grand a year for this bloke to come. Just put him at 6
And
and
leave him
shut
there.
up and let him play. And that's what Mr. Ivan Cleary did because he felt
And
like
he
he was
he
ready.
scored.
And he scored and he assisted and he looked pretty damn good in that second half. And I'm a big fan of Blaze Talangi. And I know a lot of people say he can't tackle because you can count on your fucking hands the amount of 18, 19-year-olds that can actually tackle.
So you're a big fan of Glaze Talangi.
Yeah, Glaze Talangi.
Glaze Talangi, because we're going to glaze
Talangi
the
'cause
hell
he's
out of him.
blazing,
mate.
Sorry,
he's on
Jamie
fire,
Soward.
and then he's going to do good this year, except the 2 games against the Dogs where he's going to get romped to make 3 errors and suffocate.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, man, I was so happy to just see some remnants of anything. Like
Good, something good.
I haven't seen our team do something like that in a long time since Vegas, and even then, like it was it was the first time this year we haven't conceded 20.
I'm telling you from now, Nathan Cleary
we're
was
fine.
sitting down and he watched the video of you eating that chip.
mate.
And he's
And he
like,
felt bad.
and he's like, brother, this guy, he's traveled to Brisbane. He's traveled to Vegas. He's gone everywhere to support this team. The team that we call Penrith Panthers, the one we wear on the chest. This is our
He
team.
was sick,
And
bro.
what a fan, you know what I mean? And then, like, I'm going to let this guy die and hectic Fed give him have a second chip. I can't do that shit.
Because he literally said, man, if
I
these
can't
guys,
do that.
You know what Nathan said? Nathan said if these guys weren't merciful, beautiful people and they
Yeah.
made him eat that second chip,
Yeah, they're like, they have a good
I'd
heart.
have to,
Why
I'd
are
have
they
to make,
making him do
I'd
that?
have to make an appearance to a funeral on top of everything else I have to do right now. So I'm gonna thank you for that's what Nathan Cleary's thinking.
So Nathan Cleary, once again, he's the GOAT. Because
Mate,
of
he's
this
the
reason.
goat. He's the
So,
goat.
you know, we have to give a lot of flowers to Nathan Cleary. He's very busy man.
And also, can we talk? He is now has the most points scored
Yeah.
as a Penrith Panther.
That's
It's
a massive
very
thing, bro.
big, beating Ryan
A
Girdler.
lot of players played it for Penrith Panthers because a lot of superstars.
man.
You know what I mean?
Good.
Like Christian Cryer.
And he's done it in a season less. Like I think
Nah,
Ryan
good for us
Girdler, he beat
What do you
it.
reckon Christian's doing now? Do you reckon they pay any
that went
attention
over
to
his
him?
head, though.
Do you reckon they pay him any attention, like Christian?
Probably, yeah.
Because you got a brother it's like my sister, bro. It's like when you got a brother like
No,
me.
but they've moved on in their life.
When you got a brother like me, it's pretty hard to match the spotlight. You know what I mean?
100%. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, they can
The other one
also
has the aura
basket.
and
They
that.
also, but my sister also loves the attention she gets for being my brother. My sister,
Your brother.
Sorry, my sister. My
It's
sister.
great that her brother doesn't know how to
Yeah.
speak English today.
Yeah. That's me today, bro.
Robert Toya was spectacular. Robert Toya's try.
Yeah, that one was mad.
That was nice
Cuz
from the
that was
scrum,
like
yeah?
Benny Barber
From the scrum, yeah?
2016. Because when I see a scrum play, we need more of that shit, bro. Make
No one
the
gets
scrum-
creative, bro.
Make the scrums
We
great
need
again.
Pep Guardiola in rugby league, and it'll be creative.
He'll ruin everything like he ruined already.
Titans and Raiders, boys. Let's speak about the Titans and the Raiders. The Titans beat the Raiders 30-20. Last thing
We missed something. We missed
What?
something. Panthers are winning the comp.
Okay. sorry.
Yeah, okay. They
The only
win one
thing-
game. They win
Wallah,
one
the
game.
only thing I want to talk about in the Titans Raiders game, it was a good game, right? A lot of people got injured.
Refs were fucking.
The refs were a
khara.
bit khara.
Sorry,
Right.
Titans. Sorry, BKR Sports. Sorry.
Shout out BKR, I miss him, bro. Listen,
He's enjoying
Hudson
his
Young,
life, mate.
I know, Hudson Young. Now, I'm the first person that raised my hand and said, like, I'd pick Preston over Hudson Young
Same.
because I still would, but
But how can
because
you not pick him?
who Preston or
How can you not pick Hudson Young now?
that's the thing. So now I have to sort of let people know that I probably would pick him, but I need him to perform in Origin. Like it needs to happen because you can't go out there and be a cat. You gotta be proper player. Especially you play for Ricky Stewart, you play for the Canberra Raiders. You're not playing for like a team. You're playing for
Laurie Daly now.
Yeah, you're playing for a tough team. You're playing for, and Laurie Daly's going to pick him. The Raiders connection is there.
He's playing like a real Raider.
And cuz I'll be honest with you, it's not fair if he doesn't get picked
'Cause-
because he's scoring tries. I think it's his third week scoring a double
First forward ever to score a double
in 3
straight
weeks. That's
It's
crazy.
like some athletes, mate. There was some other person that did it before him.
Probably Steve Menzies, bro. Come on, man.
Steve Menzies.
Come on, man. That guy's a bloody machine.
Steve Menzies was hectic.
His try scoring record is
It's
like
crazy.
absurd.
It's crazy, bro.
It's absurd.
Steve Menzies was hectic, bro. I remember that headgear, that freaking jersey.
He's so funny, dude, as well. He's
a good sport.
He's
It's a good
made
laugh.
for the media, bro. That bro.
He doesn't do it,
But
bro.
shout out to Hudson Young, bro. He is a try scoring machine. He's a free multi-win. Honestly, that.
Do you
bloke.
not put him in Origin?
No,
in
you
front?
have to now. You have to.
No, you gotta pick him.
You have to. You can't not pick
Who
him.
would you pick though? Would you put here? Like, would you have him
Well,
on the bench?
There's no Murray now, so there's like you obviously pick your your Big Schmolle, you pick your Angus
Liam
Crichton,
Martin.
your Liam Martin, you pick your.
So there's only
Hudson
one
Young.
spot left.
You pick your Hudson
So
Young.
Preston's not gonna get the.
I don't
I'd
think-
still pick Preston.
I was gonna say, would you pick Preston or would you pick
we're gonna
Hudson
get
Young?
to Big Schmolle very soon, mate. Because when we get to that game, there needs to be a bit of a dialogue, mate.
Let's talk about it. Manly Dragons. You watched all the Hello
but
Sports
mate,
boys.
can I just say, mate, the Titans would have won this if not for the referees being dog
You
shit.
said that already, and you said sorry, BK Sports.
And I'm just come on, man.
They were up 16.
Up 16-0. That knock-on bullshit call. Oh my goodness, bro! Fucking what? What a fucking joke, bro. This has been the worst year of refereeing I've ever seen. And I know we say this
Every year.
every year, but genuinely, like I think everybody is in unison
It's
here
so
when
bad,
we
Walla.
say how fucking diabolical these fucking referees have been. I can count on my hand how many good refereed games there have been this year.
Probably like 2.5.
I could probably mate. I think I'll have some fingers to spare, mate.
Yeah, plenty.
All right, I was
Yeah,
gonna
mate,
say-
you have
I was
a whole
gonna-
hand
I was
and
gonna
legs to
say-
spare.
I was going to say something to Flax, but I'm not now because Harom, I'm a changed man and I like Flaxy and it's Easter and
He's
everything.
a humble man today.
Yeah, but I'd have some fingers to spare. And one of them, probably two of them were from Wyatt Raymond. But Wyatt Raymond is either really, really good or really,
really
really
bad.
fucking khara. But I don't care. Get him in bigger games because if he has a really, really good one in a big game, we have a mad game of football in our hands. Now, yeah, we talk about
Manly and the Dragons. You watched all of the Hello Sports
the
boys. Shout out to the
biggest-
boys.
Shout out to them, man. Fuck, I love you, Tom and Eddie. I love all of them, bro. All of them. Even the guys behind the scenes, man. I stayed back like an hour speaking to them all. Toads, I'm sorry for giving you the cold shoulder out of Belmore. I didn't know. I was fucked and mentally fucked at Belmore. It was crazy.
You were on the hill, man. You were like.
So I'm walking to the hill and he's gone to say hello to me and I just haven't recognized him because I'm not really looking at him. I'm just trying to say hello to everybody because I'm looking for you boys.
Up on the hill.
Yeah, and then I found you, and then when I get to the top of the hill, I'm like normal. But when I walk into Belmore, it's fucked.
Oh, it's chaos.
But yeah, this one was a boosting. I don't know if you watched this one, Suey.
I watched
but
a bit of it.
This was, you know, who the best player for the
I
Dragons
know Schmoller was so bad.
You know who the best player for the Dragons was? Big Schmoller, mate. And I hate to say it, but even, bro, Tom and Eddie were ginning. I think he made like 5 errors, bro.
I watched you on the stream with him.
Cause
Like, I was watching-
it was bad, man. This is not what I expect from Schmoller. And I know everybody's got a bad game in them, but you don't expect the bad game like this from Schmoller against the
was
fucking
constant.
Dragons.
It was
at-
constant.
in Manly, lad. You know what I mean?
And it was constant, Fred. It wasn't like a one thing or like one error, then 20 minutes later error. It was constant. Every time he had the ball,
like
something
3
happened.
times in a row, cuz he made like 3 times in 5 minutes he made an error. Bro's throwing out cutout passes, cuz do you know who you are?
Just run, brother.
Why are you trying to create for other people? Because we all know you create for other people because you fucking smash through 4 cunts and
then you
offload
flick
the
it.
ball. But even when he was trying to offload, he's offloading when it wasn't on.
And then the last play of the game, which was to rake the ball, heads up, like
Yeah.
shouldering the guy in the head.
Yeah, I love you, Big Schmoller. You know how much I love you. If you don't, then you should know. And bro, the most dynamic back rower in the game, mate. But that was one that he'd love to forget, but he won't forget it. He'll fucking live it again. Watch all of his film. He'll learn from it. Be better next week.
No, he
But
won't.
he has been the last.
Not next week. Maybe the week after.
Oh, he's gonna be running a Blaze Tulangi, mate.
Boys, quick question. Dragons, do you see him improving? Like, do you see
I
them?
can see the improvement.
I can see it as well.
They weren't too good They weren't too
I was gonna
good.
say, is it the fact that
on
they're
Thursday.
improving a
But
lot,
sometimes-
or is it they're just getting lucky with their
Sometimes-
games?
sometimes you gotta get the
It's
job
similar to
done.
the Warriors, bro, where they're just being really, really solid, and it's good enough to beat a team that is struggling.
But sometimes you just got to get the job done.
Yeah.
You get me? Like, no matter what you do to win, you just got to get the job done.
But
Because they've been
lad,
good, but Manly been struggling.
lad, can we
a lot.
just talk about fucking Blake Lowry, man?
Yeah!
All over TikTok, all I see is Jean-Claude ginning
Ginning.
about
I don't know
Blake
who Jean-Claude
Lowry,
is. I've seen him on
'cause
TikTok.
He sent me a message
Respect.
saying apparently, you know, he got told from someone in around Blake Lowry to watch this week, and he full ate his words, and he was like, "Cause if you're gonna play like that, I'm not gonna say a bad word about
he play good?
because he played really good, really, really good against Manly, and fucking, and I think it was funny to just watch Jean-Claude eat his fucking words completely. And like he's made the trip to Manly as well.
He went all the way down there.
cuz
I've seen his
not
video.
easy, bro.
It's like a
cuz-
shit stadium.
Well, it's not a shit. I actually disagree. I think
It's
I
terrible.
actually think it's a really nice
It's
stadium,
terrible.
dude.
The experience of getting there just makes it a terrible.
That's-
And
spot.
you had a bad experience with
I-
someone.
I hated it, though.
Dude, I was
The
talking-
You had a
fans
bad
were-
experience with a fan.
Mate, they.
You recorded the vlog and the lady's like, yeah.
She was like, don't put me in your vlog. I was like, okay. So I'm like this. Don't put me in your vlog. Okay. So I'm like this.
She keeps
And
going
she
in.
goes about home. I'm like, fuck off. Like, if you don't want to be in the vlog, like, obviously, you
She's
know,
trying to run a
It's just
Mickey on
old
him.
ladies,
I
bro.
respect-
They don't understand how technology works.
Stop trying to. She wasn't. First of all, do you know what happened? Bro?
I
She
have
was
no
chasing
clue.
him.
Bruh, she was.
She was following him. Like I watched it.
I had to move.
I'm gonna do that. Hey, stop. I don't want to be in your vlog and just walk around, follow
I had
him
to
around.
move to the other side of the stadium because of this.
Hey,
How
legally,
this guy got delayed because he had to delete footage and shit because he's trying to be respectful to her.
That's
I thought, I would have
funny.
just uploaded it, bro.
'Cause it's
I,
like- it's
I
like-
uploaded
it's
it,
like
got
that
taken down,
bar-
uploaded it
Have you
again.
seen that Barstool Sports, like the fucking one bite everybody knows the
Yeah.
rules? There was this one in New York where
The guy had no
lady,
hands.
this homeless lady is asking for a slice of pizza from his box that he's reviewing.
Dave Portnoy.
And he's saying, and he's saying, well, yeah, you got to get on camera. No, I don't want to be on camera. Well, then you're not going to get a slice. You got to come into the fucking
Have you
camera.
watched that video of that guy with no hands on Dave Portnoy's pizza review? There's it's one of the funniest videos you ever see.
That was Big Schmoller this week. The guy with no hands, bro.
I actually have to show you live, Wallah. I have to show you live.
Cody Couchman had a great game.
Bro, he's had many great games, and Dylan Egan too, cuz.
Look what it's
I think they
called.
need more players like them.
Look what it's called, Dave Portnoy and Armless guy.
They show me. I have seen this guy, bro. I have seen this video.
Watch. How's he pulling that thing?
I fucking love Dave, bro.
I hate him, bro.
But nah, that episode.
I love
with
him and I
that
hate him, bro.
episode with the lady asking for the slice of pizza, there was so much shit going on. There was cause there was a guy looking for a plastic machine. Like, and he's got like
It's
blood.
New York, bro, New York.
He's got like blood all over his face, asking for a plastic machine. Then there was like this couple of men walking out of the store, basically saying it was the worst pizza ever, and they never even had it.
Yeah.
Like it was the weirdest fucking episode. But
So that's Schmoller.
the big Schmoller, man with no hands.
So
How's he pulling that thing?
Jean-Claude's eating his words
He's
today.
eating his words.
Well, the
But I
other
actually don't mind Manly, but it's the stadium is good. And I was talking about this to Tom and Eddie. Bro, the stadium is good. Everything else around the stadium, going to the stadium, coming back from the stadium, being near the stadium is the worst. Getting into the stadium, getting out of the stadium, everything is the worst out of all of them.
But the stadium is fine.
But the stadium, I actually loved it. On a Sunday afternoon that I went, we got built at 28-6. I loved it. Round one,
I
yeah.
remember that.
Nah, man, it was like 30-something, 30-6.
We got mopped.
Yeah,
33 because they kicked the field goal.
yeah, maybe something like that. I think I don't know, bro. But
Yeah, like it has a good atmosphere, like especially now that
The
they're,
Good Day
they're
Hill.
showing up to the Good Day Hill.
the
man.
good day,
it makes
mate,
it,
that just makes it all gives it aura, bro.
yeah, but just the fact that like
Shout out Hello
people,
Sport, bro.
shout out Hello Sport, the fact that people are turning up to those games now, like I've never seen multiple times in a row that stadium so packed. That hill is like crammed in.
No, I don't think I've seen a game where it wasn't
It's empty.
cramped. I don't think I've ever seen.
Culture is insane.
Yeah, dude, they got nothing. They
If-
got nothing to do at night time. They can't go to the beach. And like,
Nah, Manly's not bad, bro. It's not.
No,
bad
Manly's
place.
bad.
If they
But-
just if
Better
they
than Newcastle.
if they added like something like a car
Like,
park,
let's be real.
but Newcastle's a 6 stadium. That's one I want to go
Newcastle's
to.
a really cool stadium. It's really
The
cool.
stadium. I'm talking about the actual place. Like, there's not much to do
But
there. That's
yeah,
why rugby league
cars-
is so big for them.
Straight out, but yeah, they Manly have some things to work on. They need a win this week. They need a
They're
win.
not
this
gonna
week.
win.
Should we get into our tips?
Is there a game that we're missing?
Sharks.
Still in the game.
Sharks and Knights.
Yeah, Sharks are nice, regular scheduled programming. Let me summarize this one for you guys.
Quickly, you got 30 seconds.
Newcastle Knights cannot score for shit. This entire game was Fletcher Sharp and Greg Marju against the world. What the fuck is wrong with you cunts? You can't score. You couldn't organise a route in a fucking brothel, mate.
Why?
All right?
The worst
that
phrase
halves
ever.
pairing is... I don't even know anymore, man. Dylan, you think Dylan Brown's going to save you? Fuck no,
I reckon
mate.
Adam O'Brien's getting. Quick
Adam
he's
O'Brien
getting
is
sacked this
number
year.
one to get the sack this year.
What round?
He's
What
over,
round? What round do we
Round
think?
Round
11.
7?
Yeah, round 11.
Round 8?
I'll give him a month. If they don't get a win, he's fucking gone. See you later.
I'll tell you exactly the
It's
week. I
round-
thought he was getting sacked this week. Straight up.
Souths round 9. Magic round.
All right, they're going to lose to the Waz.
Yep. The Souths
And then them and Souths will be, I reckon it'll be actually a decent game. I don't know why.
Sunday afternoon. I think. No, Saturday afternoon.
Hot pile of
I
dog
think
shit.
they lose to. I think.
If they lose that Magic round, he's gone.
I think they lose to Souths, bro.
Who do they go to round 10?
Oh, that's Magic round.
Yeah.
Round 9 is Magic round.
All right. Anyway, that's that.
Yeah, but the Sharks, come on, man, they're solid. These are the teams they love to verse, they love to
Yeah,
beat.
they love to just put points, run away.
Yeah,
What's the actual phrase? Bottom 8 bullies or something?
the flat track bullies.
Flat track bullies. That's what they're like.
That's what they are, bro.
Like, their forwards carry them most of that game. Their outside backs.
I was happy for no Blake scored the straight out. I was like, yeah, super
Good on him,
coach.
bro.
Roddy as well. So
Harodi is, yeah, I didn't buy him.
I bought him last year, bro.
Because he's just,
Early days.
there's
and then
just
he-
0% chance he's part of the rotation if everyone's healthy.
Well,
They needed two
Oh,
players.
sorry, Hero,
They
Hero,
needed,
Hero.
they needed 2 players to be out for Harodi to play.
But you know what, mate? Good to trade. Good to make him cash and trade him.
Making some
Yeah.
dosh. He's got a 24 break even next week.
That's
Boys,
exactly why I'm keeping him.
Yeah.
let's get straight into the tips.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Thursday night. I think Friday is Anzac Day, so everyone's going to be off on Anzac Day. I hope everyone's staying safe. Bulldogs and Broncos. Broncos versus the Bulldogs, actually. It's at Suncorp. What's your predictions quickly? I'm going to go straight out. I'm going to go we win this 1-12.
I'm honestly going to say, like, I'm not.
Not
I
cocky.
like the Broncos. I'm not being a cocky cunt. I just think we're going to win this 13 plus.
Okay, Flax.
Dogs 13 plus.
Dogs 13 plus. All right.
Why didn't you say that one very quickly, huh? Maybe it's good because whenever you say it very quickly, it doesn't happen.
All right, Roosters and
So say it really slow.
Roosters and Dragons, bro. So this is the Anzac clash. This is the one that
How many times have we been? How many times have we seen this movie? Right?
Yeah.
Come on, mate. Tanaka went there thinking he was going to win last year. They got belted by fucking 56 points.
60.
But does that
60.
happen again? They're both like.
The Roosters are winning this one 1-12.
No, I've got Roosters 30 plus.
I think the Dragons are the better team and they should win, right?
but it never happens.
But
it won't happen.
whenever
Man,
this,
NRL's been
whatever
crazy this season,
this
man.
fucking game every year without right on schedule, Roosters come up to play this game.
They always turn up. I think after the last couple of performances, they're getting a big response. I got Roosters 30 plus. This is going to get ugly.
I don't know. The
Wow.
NRL's a weird state at the moment. Like, bruh, I think Dragons 1-12.
I think I'm honestly, I'm gonna actually I'm gonna go Roosters, bro. I was gonna go Dragons, but like
The fact that I'm going Roosters 1-12 is pretty crazy because this is usually when I go Roosters 13 plus. I just think their defense is going to hold out whatever the because the Dragons attack, like there are times where it's really good, right? But when it gets into very arm wrestly, I don't think like in our game it doesn't really shine as much. I think they're going to really miss Tuipulotu. I don't think he's going to play.
I'm going to bring that up. Tuipulotu's gone. The other replacement, Matthew Figa, he's gone as well.
So that means it's time for the young boy,
It's the only plane-
who apparently I got a bloody message saying that he was seen at Belmore or some shit.
Yeah, I heard that too. Apparently he's at Belmore, at Newcastle.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The kid that scored 5 against South Sydney in the trials,
Heat stroke.
and then he got heat stroke.
Oh, yeah,
Apparently
yeah.
he was seen at our facilities and a couple other teams. Now listen,
I mean everyone likes Jabil's Cafe.
If
you know
that man, but if that happens,
shout out
hey,
to Jabil's.
if that does happen, then you sort of know it's probably the end of because of Blake Wilson's off contract. They might be prepping for that.
I don't know
Maybe
why
maybe getting a player that is young, has a lot of potential, and
can fit in a bit later.
yeah,
Okay, that makes a lot of sense for
I
Montoya.
think down that side where he is, I think that's where Roosters going to get that.
you got to attack that side, bro.
All right, Warriors.
That's what Dom Young is. Put him down for a hat trick.
Yeah, Tom
That's
Yum soup.
that's probably easy money for a double.
Tom Yum soup, lad.
Yeah. Warriors Newcastle.
I'm gonna go Warriors. 1 to 12.
This is at Christchurch as well, so
That-
Warriors
Wa-
13 plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 1 to 12.
I don't think they have 13 plus in it. I'm gonna
Both
go
teams'
Warriors 1 to
attacks
12.
are a little bit dodgy.
So you're going 13 plus? I'm
13
going 1 to
plus.
12. 1 to
I'm
12.
going Waz 1 to 12.
Melbourne Rabbits.
Bunty to finally
Melbourne
score.
don't lose 2 in a row. Melbourne 13 plus.
Bunty to score this season.
You know what?
Guys, I'm not the sports bet app, wallah. Listen.
I'm just saying.
I
Got a
know, but you're like, this
prediction?
season, like, we're talking about the rig.
Hey, if Max King can score a try to 80 games, Bunty can score a try against Newcastle.
Bunty's gonna be inspired, lad.
He's going to be inspired by Max. Max is setting the precedent for everyone.
Yeah.
Right, Melbourne Souths. How much does Melbourne win by?
50
Cars, Melbourne are gonna win by fucking 40.
Mate, I think we're going to have to go to a funeral at the end of this game, man.
Cause can you imagine, like, cause they verse us on Good Friday, after we're all losing out, like we're all G'd up, right? 65,000 and they get belted. And then you got to go verse fucking
Amy Park.
You gotta
Amy
go to
Park
Amy Park
with an
to
angry
verse-
Bellamy.
to verse Melbourne that just got 40 put on them by she-cunts.
Especially after
They are gonna-
Wednesday
they-
day in Melbourne after getting belted by the worst team in the comp, the Dolphins.
Bro.
This is gonna get 50.
This is
So
gonna
what
be-
do you think
this is gonna be
quickly? Let's
bad.
move on.
There's going to be a funeral at the end of this game.
Yeah,
It's going to
Melbourne by
So
40.
we're going to Rookwood. We're going to
Rookwood.
They might
Mel-
enact
Melbourne by 40.
They might enact the mercy rule. We just don't know.
Yeah,
crazy.
Melbourne by 40, bro.
Cowboys and Titans.
Oh my goodness.
Townsville.
Tough one, bro. Saturday, there's only 2 games. So it's,
Tyrant are worse than a tip because like, you don't know when they're going to
I'm going to go Cowboys.
Where,
Let's be real. I'm
where
going to
is
go
it?
Cowboys 30
Where?
plus.
Where?
Cowboys. Queensland Country Bank Stadium.
Is it night or day?
5:30 p.m.
5:30.
It's going to be hot.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
They're
Titans love the heat. They love the heat. Is Jaden Campbell out?
Cowboys do as well. Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
He's out. I'm backing Cowboys.
I'm
Cowboys
gonna
1
go
to
Cowboys
12.
1 to 12.
I'm going Cowboys 13 plus.
Cowboys 1 to 12.
All right, boys, Penrith and Manly.
Where?
Combank.
Combank.
So it's a neutral ground. I'm gonna go Manly 1 to 12 here.
I think so too. I think Manly won as
I'm gonna go Ruben Garrick double lad.
I'm
the
going to
Dilf.
go, but let's be real, cuz I'm going to go Penrith 13 plus, bro. Wallah.
One thing
I think the noise around DCE
They beat you last
and,
year, right?
and all that stuff, cuz.
they beat us without
Yeah,
Cleary.
But like
We had
there
injuries.
is no Penrith equivalent to Brookie. So
Anyway.
like, Combank is just average.
But
So what are you saying?
Panthers 13 plus, mate.
going
Especially,
Manly 1 to
especially,
12.
I've got Penrith 13 plus.
Sorry?
Manly won as well.
especially if Ivan Cleary goes on the sideline like he did.
Oh, so
he
that's
got his
all
inner
right.
Ricky Stewart, man.
That's
and
all right.
it was all right.
All right, so
He
he
was
was
in the-
on the sidelines. You got a better chance.
He was
of
in.
winning.
Well, he was in the
I
press.
agree.
He was in the press conference. He was like, I couldn't see a thing, but like the team got up for it. I was like,
Canberra Dolphins, second last game of the week.
Bro, this is the
is
one.
fun.
This is Canberra 1 to 12.
This one, you get your popcorn.
Where,
and you
where?
sit. It's at Joe Stadium, 2 p.m. on a Sunday.
this could be a
Go
great
you
game.
Raiders!
This could be a great game of footy.
Up the milk.
This is gonna be a good game, bro.
This could be
go-
the best game of the round.
I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders by 14.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, that's fair. I like
Yeah,
that.
but that Dolphin attack is so lethal, man.
Doesn't matter, bro. It's
Raid-
cold.
Hey,
Raiders
but that
13
Raiders
plus.
defense, man, and the Raiders toughness.
So what's your quick,
grittiness.
what's your thing?
Raiders won at 12.
Okay, boys. It's Tigers and Cronulla Sharks.
Cronulla.
No, man, that's a Leichhardt. I got to feel
Is this that Leichhardt?
I
They
feel- I
beat
feel
they
like-
beat them there last year, right?
I feel like the Tigers are gonna win.
I think that I'm gonna go. Listen, I'm gonna back my boy.
We're all gamblers here.
Tigers.
We're all going Tigers.
Tigers 1 to 12. This one, because there was one that they beat them, and then there was one that got nicked bad last year. The Sharks nicked them bad.
That was a shark part. They put like 60 on them.
Yeah.
But earlier, it was like round 3 after Dogs and Tigers. Abbey had Muggers, man. And it's
Oh yeah, the Muggers game.
Yeah, because is this the first game at Leichhardt this year?
Yes.
Tigers 1 to 12.
Tigers 1 to 12. Come on, be real, be realistic.
performance.
Tigers 1 to 6.
Really?
1 to 6.
Tigers won at 12. This is going to be I think they have a great game.
That's
and
a
Eels,
wrap, man.
Eels with the bye, so like we got to win. Otherwise,
All right.
they're ahead of us. So.
Everyone, I love you all. We want to thank you for coming this far, watching the episode this far. Like, comment, subscribe. Look after everyone. Take it easy. Happy Easter and then happy Anzac Day. And let's get back into it. Smash it.
That's Oj.
That's Oj. I got to give the right hand because it's Ad. You know what I mean? Love you. Bye.
See ya.